family, Godwin, but I must admit that I like the combination of you and MFR. Good day to you, Kalili from Damongo, Savannah. God bless you, sir.
How do you have such
You never walk alone. Let's go to the phone lines and speak to Felix in the Western North. Felix, good morning. Good to hear from you this morning.
Good morning.
How are you, my brother?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful, Felix. What's your
How was the birthday party yesterday?
It wasn't a party again, but it was beautiful. Can you stop misbehaving?
Oh.
MFI is misbehaving, don't mind her. We had a little breakfast at the office. Somebody came with a saxophone. It's okay. We moved past
this. Saxophone, is that a trumpet? I'm sorry.
Good morning. Felix, what's your DDOV, please?
My DDOV for today is, he would dig too deep for a fish, may come out with a snake.
Huh? Felix, take it again. He will what?
He would dig too deep for a fish, may come out with a snake.
I don't know why I'm struggling to hear you. He would dig too deep for a fish.
Would come out with a snake?
Yes.
Do snakes leave?
May come out with a snake.
Oh,
okay.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
This is a very interesting one. Something to think about.
Why do you go digging for a fish? You fish. You go to the river or the sea for fish. Don't mind me. Okay, the AM Club, hello. Hashtag the AM Club, hello. MX24 is live here in Lome. I am Ismail. Oh, wow, all the way in Lome.
Speaking of which, we're doing our Togo.
Absolutely. I'm sure you'd love the show for today. Hi, please, I want some of your programs for today. Okay, so after the AM Club of 10 a.m., we've got the dish, the repeat of the dish, and also ice and donuts. And even at 3 p.m., we've got MS Live as well.
Don't miss out.
That's more on the show. Don't worry at all. Good morning. I'm Richard inside Bono region. My DDOV this morning is to be a successful person in life, you must be factual, fearless, and disciplined. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. We've got a caller.
Let's speak with Teddy. Teddy, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
We're doing well. Coco BT, right?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful, Teddy. Teddy, DDOV, please.
Okay, my video will be for today. Another would stay motivated in the world full of negativity. To learn to be thankful and never underestimate yourself. Build your self-esteem.
Whose quote is this? This is yours, right? Teddy.
What?
Is this your own quote?
Yeah.
It's your own quote. Yeah, I could tell. Teddy, thank you so much for that. Have a beautiful day.
Okay, good morning. It's Bridget here. Hello, Bridget. My DDOV for today is motivation is what gets you started, but determination is what keeps you going. Absolutely true.
Usually someone said we don't need motivation, actually. You just go.
Just keep going.
Go.
Okay, hi guys. Good morning. I'm Inketia, and my DDOV is when the lies taste good and you don't want to hear the truth sometimes. Have a nice day. When the lies taste good and you don't want to hear the truth, then what happens?
I don't know what happens, but I guess he's saying that
sometimes the lies are nice.
Taste good and you don't want to hear the truth. It's true. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Richard, could you speak up for me, please? How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
Beautiful. I'm doing well. Thank you very much, Richard. What's your message for us this morning?
My message is very simple. He said, the strong can never help the weak unless the weak is willing to be helped. So if you want someone to help you, you need to first help yourself. You need to be strong. But the strong can never help the weak unless the weak is willing to be helped.
That's true. The strong can never help the weak unless the weak is willing to be helped.
Helped. Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Thank you so
That's
much,
a good one. Stegash coming through. It's not how much we have, but how much we enjoy that makes happiness. Thank you so much. Good morning, my people. Thank you so much, Stegash. Good morning, my beautiful people. I've missed you guys. Okay. This must be Claudia. This must be. Let's talk to Ibrahim first.
Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning.
Ibrahim, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you too?
We're doing well. Ibrahim, could you move away from your TV screen, your TV, please?
Okay.
Or mute it for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Ibrahim, yes, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Kumasi.
Ibrahim, you have to mute your TV. You have to mute your TV or move away, please.
Yeah, my TV is
smiling face of a lady is the tears of a man's pocket. Yeah.
The
That's
smiling.
my video.
Ibrahim, hold on.
Yeah.
Ibrahim, hold on. The smiling face of a lady is what?
It's the tears of a man's pocket.
It's a kiss of a man's.
Tears from
Oh.
a man's pocket.
Oh, it's a tears from a man's socket. Hey, wow.
Yeah.
Ibrahim. So, in essence, we should fear ladies, eh?
Yeah, I say them just because if you don't have, you will never see their face of smiling.
But if I'm just
It's
smiling
okay.
right now, and you've not even gone into your pocket yet. Look at me.
It's
okay.
affecting what you're demanding because you are smiling there means knowing that you are getting something end of the month.
But it doesn't come from a man's pocket. Anyway, thank you for calling.
Right.
Okay. Good morning, my people. I've missed you guys. We missed you too, Claudia. Yesterday, did we hear from you, Claudia? You missed out. It was Godwin's birthday yesterday. My DDLV for today is the one who gets to decide your self-worth is you. It doesn't come from your bank account or the number of friends you have. It doesn't come from someone else but you. It's called self-worth for a reason. It comes from being proud of who you are and how far you've come. It comes from being someone who can count on you, someone you love. The numbers will change with time, but it won't change. It won't change. It's who you are deep inside. Beautiful, limitless, capable, strong, creative. That's where your worth comes from. Claudia, watching live from North Carnegie.
Thank you very much.
For sending
Always,
so
Claudia.
much love, darling.
Thank you.
Okay, good morning. I'm Doris Homakimoda. My DDOV for today is stop doubting yourself, work hard, and make it happen. True, Sister said it, just do it. Okay. Good morning, AM Club. We thank God for a new bright Tuesday. This is Erasmus from Asin Nkran. Never heard of Asin Nkran. I've heard of Asin Fosu, but not Nkran. My quote for today is, there is a little bad in everyone. Therefore, we should consciously judge the wrongs of others. Shout out to all students of University of Winnipeg, I guess, yeah. Faculty of Ghanaian Languages, Ejimako Campus, #the AM Club. Okay.
All right, let's go to Damongo again and speak with Gideon. Gideon, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you, Gideon?
I'm doing fine. What about you people?
We are doing very well. Thank you very much, Gideon. What's your DDOV this morning?
Okay. Mine, streets must be masquerading, but don't fear them, because what we are practicing on is going to determine our future tomorrow.
Gideon, please take that again for us, please.
Streets must be masquerading, but don't fear them. What we are practicing on today is going to determine our future tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
I get the
All
last
right.
part, yeah.
Gideon, thank you very
Thank
much for
you.
that message.
Thank you. Okay, happy Tuesday, Nyanum. It's been a while here. Truth, Alberta. Our MFA, it's really humbling hearing from you and Chichi. Really humbling receiving that gift from you as well. My daily leaders of them, do you see a man delight and skillful in his business? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. Proverbs 22, verses 29. Alberta from Tadi. Thank you so much, Alberta.
Hi, Claudia.
Hello, Godwin. Good morning.
Good morning, Claudia. How are you?
Fine. And you? Hello, MFA.
Hi, Claudia. How are you?
I am fine. And you?
Good. Thanks for asking and thank you for calling us.
We read your message today.
Actually, I actually don't have a DDOV today. I called because Gordon didn't invite me to his little breakfast he had in the office. So why didn't he invite me?
Please, maybe I didn't say anything. The person who said I had something, please, she's asking you a question.
Is that what? It wasn't my birthday yesterday.
Claudia, we'll invite you to the next one, we promise, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You
Guys.
too, Claudia. Have a beautiful day.
Okay.
All right, Rebua, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, where you calling from, Brekum?
Yeah.
Brekum, Chelsea. How's it going?
Yeah, good morning, Honorable.
Yes, boss. How are you doing, your boy?
Yeah, Brekum in the Bono region.
All right, your boy. What's your DDOV for us, please?
The sun will shine again.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
The sun will shine
Yeah,
again.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, your boy. He was very emotional.
Yeah.
Right.
And he went straight to the point, actually. The sun will shine again.
again.
Okay, good morning. You guys are looking so cute. Thank you. I'm King from Kumasi. My DDOV for today is loyalty means I'm down with you, whether you're wrong or right. But I will tell you when you're wrong and help you get it right. Thank you. That's a good one.
Yes,
Thank you. Okay, so somebody's reacted to the caller. It says that the smiling face of a woman depends on her man's pocket. Wow, I'm loving this. That's why I'm re-quoting this. I'm Ismail watching you live from Lobe. So
okay, that's what he said.
That's what he says. He says that the smiling face of a woman depends on the man's pocket. Then I'm saying that I am smiling at him right now, but it's not because he's gone into his pocket.
He said he's not your man.
He didn't. He said from a man. He didn't say
from her man's pocket.
No, this is him re-quoting it. This is Ismail re-quoting
Maybe he
it.
said her and he
but
said that. Maybe your man has done wonderful this morning.
Okay,
so
hello, good morning. I trust you're all good. My message: smartness is in itself is beauty, and it's been beautiful does not mean one is smart. I'll read the concluding part.
I see God when I'm crashing on your sister. I will boot you here.
Okay, so or you boot somebody because they are crashing on your sister.
Yes, please. Yes, what is your problem?
In every ending, there's a new beginning. Old folks, don't be angry when you see young guys being aggressive for money. You were born at a time when you didn't have to worry about a lot of things. But a child is born today and who is starting life with an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Pricing is over 7,000 Ghana cedis. That child must be aggressive to get money and buy that phone. Okay. I don't know whether or not I agree.
What it is, but
yeah.
Anyways, I think that's just about it.
That's just about. They have a hashtag for you and I, our name.
God the fa. Wow, that's very interesting. Happy belated birthday to you, bro. Thank you. Many look up to you. Oh, thank you. My DDOV for today is: he who prevents his friends from becoming kings will never have a king as a friend. That's so true.
That's so true.
Let's push one another. I'm Photo God GH inside Kwewu Abetifi. Have a wonderful morning. We said we'll come to Kwewu because of you. Thank you very much for that message. Yes, I daily dose of him for you. Work hard in silence. Let your success be the noise. It's a quote from Frank Ocean. He says, work hard in silence and let your success make all the noise. Thank you very much, guys, for sending in your DDOV. It's now time to share what's going on Twitter with you. We'll be right back.
Okay, sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if I broke, now my business. I'll show you go buy to.
I have permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands. Still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Dreaming of a property for your home or workspace is one thing, but finding the property at the best locations with the most favorable condition and closing that deal is another. And that's why we are here. From Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria, to Cape Town, South Africa, we are bringing you prime properties, affordable home solutions, and intriguing interviews with CEOs of various real estate companies and everything in between and on. My name is Kwesi Otten Desmond, and this is Property Take. Property Take, your gateway to Africa's real estate market. Showing this on every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on MX24.
Guys, welcome back to the AM Club. We're live on MX24 television. We're going to the trends. Quickly before that, the problem of human trafficking is real, both within our borders and across them. Now, picture a child that you know in love, a niece or nephew, a sibling, maybe even your child taking away from you to work on the water lake for 8 hours. Picture yourself, your sister, brother, mother or father, deceived to pay you money to travel to any of the Gulf countries for work. Picture that your sister gets there and all she experiences is that her passport is taken away from her and she's made to work for 15 hours a day. She's sexually and physically abused daily and she has nowhere to run to. Now that is the devastating and brutal reality of human trafficking within and across our borders today. As a country, we have the institutions and one of the robust laws to end this dehumanizing problem. We must urgently invest in building a minimum of 10 shelters for male and female survivors within the next 2 years. Let us be each other's keeper by reporting any suspected cases of human trafficking to the nearest police station. We can use our voice, resources and influence to support the established state institutions in protecting our children, sisters and brothers against traffickers until we're all free. Now together we can end human trafficking. Guys, let's take a trip to the Twitter trend.
Yes, we're going to rush through it this morning, and we're starting off on our homepage where Sami Batel shares Ghana's cycling team. He says the team Ghana is back on the cycling track. This time it is the men's team in the 100 or 1,000 meter time trials. They are also using non-aerodynamic bikes and got the slowest time by the loudest cheers. So Sami Batel is sharing this on our homepage. But let's look at the trends this morning. Starting off with 5 Ghana cities is trending, and I'm believing that this 5 Ghana cities has to do with the app for registering the SIM cards as announced by the minister yesterday. But people are tweeting, you know, Ghanaians, they'll put 5 Ghana cities there and still say something different. So our new fuel prices effective August 1st. This is from Total Ghana. You know they've reduced fuel prices by 3%.
Yeah, 3%, yeah.
We are glad. We want it to go down further. We'll be very, very excited. So Total shares...
But I mean, so the strike action that's being threatened by fuel tanker drivers and even LPG marketers is quite threatening. If they go ahead with... Today, they are not supplying LPG, I think. If it continues, then whether or not the prices are down, we won't even have access to the fuel at all.
That's true. That's true. So, okay. But it looks like Monday, August 1st came with some good news, didn't it?
Yeah.
It came with some rain and it came with some reduction in fuel prices. August is going to be wonderful. Anyway, so somebody also takes advantage of the 5 Ghana cities and says that the Premier League is almost here. Who will score more goals this season? Like for Haaland, retweet for Darwin Nunes. It's City versus Liverpool, like we said. It's going to be fireworks. Kweku Flick, King of Melodies, okay. 5 Ghana cities. 5 Ghana cities.
Why is 5 Ghana cities trending with other... Okay, SIM registration finally. So
Kojo Akoto Boateng says, each registration via the app will cost users 5 Ghana cities. But when he says each registration, what does it mean? I mean, you just register once, isn't it?
If you have so many SIM cards.
Oh.
I'm sure. Each.
But who's using so many SIM cards in this country?
You use one for business, some private, some that...
See, Isaac is raising his hands. You have 2 SIM cards.
He's rehearsing the life of a rich man.
That's wonderful. Congratulations to you. Someone shares 5 Ghana cities. There is no way. Which country? This one?
Not even a quarter of the corn there.
What are you talking about? Which one is 5 Ghana cities?
Not even there.
Is this salmon or is this mackerel? And then what? Corn, bro. And what? Kelewillis, shrimps.
Hey.
I think 5 Ghana cities. This country. God bless you.
Okay, the person's name is Hakuna Matata. No worries.
It means no worries. No problem. Okay, 1st August everywhere is empty. Stubborn Academy people are on break, and according to their president, they will resume from 25th to 30th. As the Uswet and the corruption people waiting to pay 5 Ghana cities. Oh, so look, the places where, you know,
I mean, the switch was just so unfair to ourselves.
Yes.
Because at some point, we'd have to accept that we're going to, whether we like it or not, we're going to do the registration.
Indeed.
And at some point, there'll be a date that will be valid and they will not have to extend it. So I was so surprised that a day before that, it was so full.
I mean, from
now. And after the announcement, the extension to 30th day of September. Overnight.
Yakari or Yabutu. Which one is it?
Hey, Ghana.
How do you say it in Hausa? It's finished. Yakari. Yeah, everybody just disappeared. So Joy shares and says, SIM re-registration, paying 5 Ghana cedis for the app is a complete fraud in my view. According to Dr. Charles Rekubrobe, Ghana cra. Okay. I don't understand that. Okay. Son of God, don't go to steal for Accra Market. Oh God, I think somebody wants to steal and they're beating him up. Oh Lord, I can't watch this. Okay. So that's why 5 Ghana cedis is trending. Don't use your 5 Ghana cedis for app. Give it to me for government. That's what the girl is saying. So this girl is asking you to give her your 5 Ghana cedis so she can go and buy red and enjoy herself.
No matter how terrible this SIM re-registration is, I'm sure there's a little good in there. And
they shouldn't register and see. Marriage is trending. Why is marriage trending this morning? Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's marriage certificate released following A-list couple's wedding. You know they got together again. After 15, 20 years. This is so beautiful.
Real love, eh?
I tell you, no sound of you. Does it remind you of some people? Why are you quiet? If your marriage didn't work, stop teaching the singles to hate marriage. It's your own marriage that failed, not theirs. It's very interesting. This is coming in from Music with Jay Black. It's very interesting.
That's so true. People churn out and people dish out negative energy towards something that didn't work for them. And then people are on, you know how people can feed on energy. And so you say, oh, marriage is this, marriage is that. They tend to look at the only bad part of it and not look at the good. I think what he says is true.
Yeah. So you're agreeing with it?
Of course.
I thought you
Did you freak out?
Yeah, I was like, what is 75
I said that's so true.
It's true, because most young people are shunning, running away from marriage also because
of what
they've heard and what they've seen.
Let's ask you why you are shunning and running away from it.
But did I tell you that I was shunning and running away from
Do you want me to say things? We are on TV.
I believe that marriage isn't between a man and a woman, but between love and love. Okay.
Okay, all that's right. A man and
According
a man.
According to Alan, okay, we have heard you. Okay, you know what? That's why marriage is trending. Let me see what this man has to say. What I've learned in marriage is that you don't marry one person. You marry 3. You marry 3. First, the person you think they are. Second, the person they are. Third, the person they are going to become as a result of being married to you. This is very profound.
So I think one person, but you look at it from 3 perspectives.
From 3 perspectives.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. I should save this to you. Like, can I screenshot this one to advise myself? Anyways, one more trend and then we go to our local news. Kotoko is trending in the news. So, Oriku Ampofo says, Al Hilal, Omdurman and Asante Kotoko have reached a full agreement for the transfer of Imori Ibrahim. The Sudanese club will pay $150,000 plus about $260,000 add-ons to the Kumasi-based club.
Godwin, like the monies that they mention in football, how does the industry make that money to pay? Like, I don't know how to ask the question, but do you understand what I mean? No, it's not like I don't think. How? Is it from tickets buying or from apps or jerseys? What?
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole industry. I don't know how to describe it, but like you said, tickets buying, franchises, merchandise, sponsors. You see, like with Liverpool, you have Standard Chartered on it. They pour a lot of money into the club. Then you have investors. Also, you have these big celebrities investing in a club.
So if Chairman Untumi had bought Chelsea, then what? He's invested in it or what? What I'm asking, I'm not asking. I'm just asking. I don't know, and I'm asking. You like laughing at when I ask questions.
Yeah, then it would have been his investment, of course.
It would have been investment, and then he'll recoup it. What? Yes. When we buy jerseys and all.
Yes, it's all part of it.
Okay.
Napuri says, Kotoko management member Denta confirmed the club ran solely on sponsorships. Yeah, last season. This re-emphasizes the need for Kotoko to take advantage of proceeds from player transfer to raise revenue. Imoro off to Al Hilal for a reported $410,000. Mudasiru gone. Etuoga to Udinese next is asking. But that's in the trends this morning. Let's go to our local stories.
Okay, first on our local stories. The Registrar of Companies, Jemima Owari, has announced that business registration will be done digitally in a year's time. According to her, business registration would be conducted digitally in the next few months. She stated that the program would be implemented to minimize the action of third-party agents, sometimes known as Guru Boys, who pose as people looking to register their businesses.
Now, away from that, let's go to our Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who has officially opened phase 1 of the 100-kilometer Kumasi Inner Ring Road and adjacent street rehabilitation and auxiliary infrastructure project. Dr. Bawumia, during the commissioning, emphasized that currently a lot of roadworks are at various stages of completion in the Ashanti region. Also, according to the Vice President, MFA, he says that they have doubled the roads as done by the NDC. Before, the NDC did a lot of roads in the Ashanti region, and he's saying that the NPP has doubled those roads. So they've done more than the NDC, according to him.
I'm yet to check that. I don't know that.
Anyways, away from that to a rather bizarre and sad story. A woman believed to be mentally challenged allegedly stoned a young man to death on the second tier of the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. It took the quick action of police officers from the Nima District Police headquarters to stop some young folks from killing her. Witnesses claim that the woman began hurling stones at moving cars, and when they noticed the young man pursuing her, they believed he was trying to prevent her from causing an accident. They quickly realized that the woman had killed the young man by hitting him with a cement block after overpowering him. Not a sad story. It was quite bizarre for me.
It was trending late yesterday evening and even this morning.
I didn't understand.
So the description of the story is that the young man saw her being destructive on the road and thought he should, help her rather or prevent her because she was throwing stones at moving cars.
Moving cars, yeah.
Yes, and so the young man attempted, and apparently she overpowered and used a what we call cement block, just one on the. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now moving on to international front, the first ship carrying grain has left a Ukrainian port under a landmark deal with Russia. Now, Russia has been blockading Ukraine's port since February, but the two sides made a deal to resume shipment. Turkish and Ukrainian officials say the ship left the southern port of Odessa yesterday. It is hoped the agreement will ease the global food crisis and lower the price of grain.
Beautiful. We're making progress, aren't we?
Hopefully.
Nice one.
Hopefully the grains get to us too.
It's all say Africa doesn't need it that much, but we'll see. Now to a new app that most of you photo lovers would love. Shuffles is a collage-style social app that Pinterest just launched for iOS. It allows users to make a digital mood board and work with other users on the network. As of today, Shuffles is available via invite, but you can request to be on the app's wait list. In the standard Pinterest experience, users have the option to save their content, create photo libraries in their pins, and also browse. The app has a number of built-in photo editing features like cutouts to isolate single objects in a particular photo, collage to overlap photos and mesh your ideas together, and animate to put your visual effects on objects. Very, very interesting. I remember when social media started, becoming more popular, these things came up and we used to explore it. I don't know, people still use it, don't they? It's been a while, I don't know.
I'm spoiled for choice. You don't know which one to use anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so much to choose from. Anyway, that's it for our stories, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, guys, now remember that in support of the End Human Trafficking campaign, we urge that you report any suspected cases by calling the toll-free number 0800 800 800 or 0800 900 900. Up next is sports.
And welcome. I'm your sports guy this morning on the AM Club. Let's start off with the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup coming up. Black Princesses head coach Ben Foko says the team will be at a good level for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica. Ghana conceded 2 goals in each half against France in an international friendly as the Princesses wrapped up preparations for the World Cup, which kicked off on August 10.
Okay. After the France game, we did our recovery yesterday, that is Saturday, and today to have another training session, which we think that the girls are responding to training all right. They are picking up gradually after the France game because the tempo of the game is totally different from what we were expecting. But now they've seen themselves after recovering today's sessions also. You can see that the players are picking up very quickly and making sure that they get their strength up to the level of the competition we are going. Injury to so far, we haven't expected any injury. We haven't experienced any injury again from the girls. Thinking that today's training has shown so many things about their fitness and all those things for ready for the tournament itself. Although we have another game in Costa Rica, which will also be the last game for us before we go to the competition. So we hope that we don't expect any injury during the training session before that game, so that we all have to make sure that our strength and every fitness level will be the way we want it before we go to the actual game.
Black Princesses coach Ben Foucault. Now, Zaira Forson says she's proud to be representing Ghana at her first Commonwealth Games and hopes she can inspire the younger generation. The 17-year-old swimmer set a new personal best time of 2.19 seconds to advance to the women's 200-meter freestyle heat.
That was a lot of fun. It's my first Commonwealth Games and it was the most exciting thing I've ever done, I think. It was a good race. I really enjoyed the water, and the pool was beautiful, so I was swimming, and I really was able to take it all in with the cheering of the entrance. I loved it. I'm so proud. It's the most amazing thing to be able to do, to be able to represent them in a sport that not many people do there, but like inspire younger generations. It's just amazing. I love it. So I'm so proud that I can do it.
Just an incredible personal best, taking it down from 2:15 all the way down to 2:07.
I've had so much fun. The volunteers are wonderful, really helpful. Everybody's so kind to me, and everybody's willing to help whenever it's needed. It's been wonderful. My hope is to just continue having as much fun as I have and to swim my best and enjoy it, enjoy the experience. If you really want to, you can do anything. It's a lot of fun, and I'm very proud to be representing Ghana, and it's been a wonderful experience, and thank you.
Big ups to Team Ghana. We're wishing Zaira Forson all the best. You want to say something to that?
So gorgeous, very. And I like the fact that she was smiling all through and delivering her speech.
On the man's pocket,
and it didn't depend on a man's pocket. It depends on her win.
Okay.
Next story, Mr. Gnambo.
Still on the Commonwealth Games, Ghana is on course to win its first set of medals in boxing. Boxers Joseph Kome and Abdul Umar Wahib have reached the quarterfinal stage in boxing. Kome secured a stoppage victory after completely dominating his opponent in the first round of the featherweight bout. Unfortunately, boxer Samuel Yao couldn't make it as he lost to Clepson Antonio of Great Britain in round 16 of the 51 kilograms category. All right, former Spain midfielder Cesc Fabregas has joined Italian club Como on a 2-year deal. The 35-year-old arrives at the Serie B side on a free transfer after his contract with Monaco expired in June. Fabregas joined Monaco from Chelsea in January 2019 when his former Arsenal teammate Thierry Henry was manager. Fabregas made 68 appearances in 3.5 years with Monaco, but his playing time was limited by injuries last season. It's been a while I saw Fabregas. Interesting. But that's it for sports. For more news, go to mx24online.com.
Afro Girl, and welcome to MX Breaks, where I give you all the updates in the world of entertainment and lifestyle in Ghana and, of course, across the world. Yes, I do. Don't I?
Very adorable, like a little girl.
Actually, I don't have a lot of dresses like this, but
of course you don't.
Yeah, because you like it hot and sexy.
Yeah.
Today you look like a girl.
Hey, what's that supposed
like
to
this.
mean? Yesterday, what? I didn't.
So we can look at you like our daughter. Stop taking our mind very far.
Anyways, jumping into our very first story, the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria, Usman Baba, has declared the use of police uniform kits and other accoutrements by film and skit makers illegal. The force's public relations officer, Mr. Adejobi, expressed worries about how the police are portrayed in the various entertainment content and said using the police uniform without permission is criminalized and punishable by law. He added that film or skit makers who portray the Nigeria Police Force officers in a bad light without applying for and being duly issued a permit letter for such portrayals to desist with immediate effect or face the full wrath of the law.
Unfortunately, sir, not totally, but I disagree with him.
Yes.
I disagree with him. Unless he's talking about using real police uniforms, which makes sense. Of course, you can. Yeah. I've seen some few productions where people actually borrow actual police uniforms to shoot. That is illegal, of course. Okay. But in the creative space, I am imitating life.
Yes.
So what? If I use a doctor's uniform, they should be offended. So I let someone sew something like a doctor's uniform and have a stethoscope, and then you're telling me that it's illegal? What are you talking about? What is...
Mr. Lambo, what are you insinuating?
Oh, no.
If you why you say oh no?
Because wait, I want no. Okay, you
okay. What I'm saying is that if the Inspector General is saying this, if you sew an outfit, it means you're mimicking the outfit. And that's what you want. That's what you're telling people, that I am a police officer in the movie. And so what I am doing, I'm portraying the police officer. He says that if you do that without taking permission, it doesn't mean that you're coming for the real uniform at the station. Even if you're going to stitch it to look like the police.
No.
So
what is creativity about? I don't need. So then I have to ask permission from everybody I want to portray. Every professional I want to portray. Then I need to.
Ideally,
it's creativity.
No. Uniform.
Oh, come on.
No.
So in Hollywood, they ask the military before they shoot their films.
The security services have different sets of rules. I must be honest. It's not as general as it is. And he's concerned because he says that in Nigeria, they're always portraying the police in
But if the police is bad and we're portraying it, what's wrong with that?
You can't stop. The police has never done anything good.
Oh, come on.
Is that what you're saying?
No. But
that's
there
not what we're saying. But there are stories that has to do with...
He says that you should take permission.
You're stopping creatives.
And you know for a fact that if I go and I say that, I'm going to do a skit and then this is the...
Don't give you.
I'm portraying the police in a bad light.
Yes.
Because my story says the police is like this.
Of course they will not. I mean,
exactly.
I understand. But let's separate our emotions. One house, one
They're not being emotional.
I'm saying that.
They're not being emotional.
I'm saying that, first of all, to even want to use the uniform.
Okay, so now I will not use the uniform.
You are not using the uniform.
Now I just want to portray
what are you talking about?
Police. Then and even that one, I have to go and obtain permission.
It's an industry.
If you choose the color, if you choose the representation of it, if you're trying to represent.
So if I wear top and down and I write police and I stick it here,
unless it doesn't look like police. If you're looking like police, you're looking.
I disagree, but anyways, you're in Ghana.
This one,
if it becomes a rise against it.
That's what
I'm saying. Go and wear military uniform.
No, you see, that one is different.
What is that?
No, because different. It's not even. You're not wearing the military uniform. It's a film. It's imaginary. It is not real. We are telling a story.
Yes.
You understand? You don't stop me from being creative.
If it's not real, then don't use real uniforms.
We are not even saying that the uniform. No, we've put away the uniform. We've put away the uniform, and we are saying that, okay, so now if I want to act as a police in my skits, and I decided that, you know what, I'm just going to wear top and down and write police.
No, we're not. We're on the same page.
If you want,
I'm not wearing the uniform now. I'm not even sewing a uniform. I'm just saying I'm wearing a top and down, and I've written police on my...
No, and you're not representing.
No, but they are saying that you have to ask for permission to portray, Nigerian police.
If you want to portray Nigerian police, ask permission.
But portraying means from uniform to whatever. So
no,
if you're not portraying
so take away uniform. They are saying that even
so now
the idea that you are coming to
they decide what creators should make of
that is the
an
point.
Institution.
No.
Because you're going to do it. You're going to influence it.
Lifestyle daily,
because you're going to influence it. You're going to tell us that no, we don't want you to do this. We don't want you to do this.
What's your next story? You should have done the story last.
I know, right?
Tell me once a day.
The Star Trek universe has lost a legend. Oh, this is a terrible switch. But Nichelle Nichols, then the trailblazing actress who played Lieutenant Nyota Uhura in the sci-fi franchise's original 1960s TV series and movies, has passed away, and she was 89 years old. She passed on July 30th after a long battle with dementia. Her only child, Carl Johnson, announced her death on her website. She was one of the first African-American women to play a major role in a TV series. May her soul rest in peace.
She aged so beautifully. Look at that.
She's
so beautiful.
Yeah, when you see the comparison when she was young and
dear young
almost
people.
Exactly.
Dear young people.
What are you about to say?
Dear slave queens on Instagram. No. Just know that there's a time.
There's a time.
Always look like
what's the import of your message? I don't understand.
We'll discuss it on Lifestyle Daily.
Moving on, Drake has said on his Instagram that he has tested positive for COVID. Because of this, the Young Money reunion show they were planning on hosting has been rescheduled. The new date has not yet been decided, but any information on that will be shared at a later date, and we wish him a speedy recovery. So I saw his post. When he posted on his story, I'm like, oh, but we've all moved on.
I was just going to say that. Please, listen, the world should understand.
Still have COVID?
Listen, we've moved on from there.
From where?
We know that
From
it's still
COVID.
existent. We know that COVID still is with us.
We've jumped to
But please, we've moved on to something else. We've moved on to Ukraine-Russia war. We beg you. And what else is in Ghana?
What is you and Afro girl saying?
Why are we listening to Drake getting COVID?
No, the guy is going to. There was a concert, so an concert.
But we are saying
and
the
he has
COVID.
COVID.
Bro,
You want him to
right
go
now,
and perform.
no, we are not saying
Stop
that
telling
he
us
should go
about
and perform. We are saying that right now everybody has moved past.
So should he say that he has cancelled the concert without any explanation? What do you
The thing is that we are tired of
We are
hearing
tired.
this COVID thing. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
okay.
you
We are
won't do
okay.
that again. Next time.
Moving to our last story, which is very dear to my heart. Crystal Smith, the wife of American singer Neo, dumped him a few months after they renewed their wedding vows in April over alleged infidelity. The pained woman shared a lengthy post on her Instagram alleging that her famous husband is still cheating on her. She also disclosed that she is now ready to walk away from the relationship after 8 years of pretense. And we have the statement, so let's see it. 8 years. 8 years of lies and deception. 8 years of unknowingly sharing my life and husband with numerous women who sell their bodies to him unprotected. Every last one of them. To say I'm heartbroken and disgusted is an understatement. To ask me to stay and accept it is absolutely insane. The mentality of a narcissist. I will no longer lie to the public or pretend that this is something it isn't. I choose me. I choose my happiness and health and my respect. I gained 3 beautiful children out of this, but nothing else but wasted years and heartache. I ask that you all please stop sending me videos or information of him cheating, because what he does is no longer my concern. I am not a victim. I'm choosing to stand tall with my head held high. If someone can't love you the way you deserve, then it's up to you to love yourself. With no hate in my heart, I wish him nothing but the best. Crystal Renee. Now, in response to these accusations, Neo tweeted something, and he says, "For the sake of our children, my family and I will work through our challenges behind closed doors. Personal matters are not meant to be addressed and dissected in public forums. I simply ask that you please respect me and my family's privacy at this time."
Whatever. That's
so the long and short of it all is men will show you. They will
Men
show
not
you
anything.
pepe.
Men will not
8
show you anything.
years.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you. Is it just me, or is it... I'm not siding with Neo, I beg, before they come and say... But I don't know, whenever these things come up and divorces come up and all that, you realize that it has to do with... Mostly it has to do with infidelity. Yeah. And it's always the men. Why is it so? Does it mean women don't cheat at all? Like, I don't see a man saying, I'm leaving my marriage because my wife
because
cheated.
you people, I don't know.
No, I'm
I
saying,
don't know what
why is that
people
men
want.
don't walk away because their wife cheated?
Because their wives don't cheat.
They don't cheat at all?
Women don't cheat.
At all?
They don't cheat.
Okay.
If they're cheating, like you'll be caught, you catch us. But you've not caught us.
But we haven't caught you
Yeah,
guys.
so there's no cheating. But
no
you
cheating.
people, you will always be caught.
What does the law say? Once until proven guilty.
The law doesn't concern itself with matters of cheating.
No, there's a code that says that until proven guilty.
Yes, but usually if you go to the court with matters of cheating and all of that, it will not substantiate it.
Okay, it was a quote I was
But if you're, coming back to the quote, if you're able to sue the person that you cheated with, I mean, that's what cheating quotes there.
Innocent until proven guilty. That's what I was looking for. Just a quote.
Yeah. I've got a question. Does it matter who a man cheats with? Does it make the pain any less or deeper?
I mean, if it's your friend, wouldn't it hurt you even more than somebody you don't know?
It's
if it's like your friend.
Because I'm thinking that, because she said with women who sell their body to him, unprotected, doesn't matter who is in the picture.
No, but if you can get it for free, because obviously we are married, why are you paying for it outside? And why is it unprotected? Why are you not thinking about me?
Have you heard of It's a Question for the Gods before, darling? All right.
So it's always the men.
That's it. So that's it for MX Breaks with me, the Afro Girl. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms at @the_Afro Girl. And of course, 3 p.m. today, MX Live with Jason LA.
Can you put this on our Twitter page and ask,
we don't know what you're coming
do women cheat? We like to know, do women cheat? We'd like to know.
I mean, I think that as women, yes, you may cheat, but what would cost or what would take a woman to cheat is very intense.
Yes. It's very intense. And why don't men walk away when their wives cheat?
Men do. They just don't make a big deal out of it. That's
but
all.
Women do.
Women express their pain differently. That's why.
That's true.
I'm learning.
Doesn't make you feel better.
No, I'm just learning.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, that's it. Afro Girl, thank you so much. That's it for entertainment showbiz. But now, time to the big conversation, the do's and don'ts of taking a loan. At what point would you take a loan? And if you have to, what do you have to look out for? Do stay.
Speaking of loans, this is Money Talk. We'll be back.
Spend less than you earn. Now, this might sound straightforward, but it's easier said than done. We live in a city and country where peer pressure, living costs, and lifestyle choices can push us to spend beyond our means. No one is exempt from this trap, as it can happen subconsciously or even when you have a choice. For example, you can choose to take a taxi or trotro to work, depending on the depth of your pocket. But if you needed to get to your destination on time, you might opt for a taxi because it does less stops and doesn't have as fixed a route as a trotro. No matter how much or how little you are paid, you would never get ahead if you spend more than you earn. Often, it's easier to spend less than it is to earn more, and a little cost-cutting effort in a number of areas in your life can result in good savings. If you follow this simple rule, you won't always have to feel the pressure of making big sacrifices. You will always be in debt if you don't spend more than you earn. So it is advised that you cut your coat according to your size when it comes to your finances. Fortunately, we are spoiled with choice when it comes to buying products. So if your budget for a bottle of water is 2 Ghana cedis, spend exactly that and no more. Wise up.
Meet the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversation, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Dreaming of a property for your home or workspace is one thing, but finding the property at the best locations with the most favorable condition and closing that deal is another. And that's why we are here. From Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria, to Cape Town, South Africa, we are bringing you prime properties, affordable home solutions, and intriguing interviews with CEOs of various real estate companies and everything in between and on. My name is Kwesi Otten Desmond, and this is Property Take. Property Take, your gateway to Africa's real estate market. Showing this and every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on MX24.
Hello and welcome to the Real Travel Show, where we take you on an exciting journey of fascinating places around the world. Invite your friends. Be my guest on this weekly journey around the world. Discover the food. Oh yes, my friend. The music, arts, culture, and the magical sights and sounds. The Real Travel Show with me, yours truly, Ras Mubarak. You, my friend, are very welcome.
Okay, sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if
I broke, now my business and I shall you go buy to get back. And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things go from a side. No hands. Still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Affect me mentally, renting no be free. Yes, way. Chama fano sa. That's it like with the living, so you ain't be my mommy. Yes, I burn out side. Master fano sa. Hard life with the living, so you ain't be my puppy. You, me don't come with you, me don't come with you. And then I mean it, yeah. Tell my Mr. Memorable boy, yeah. Me don't come with you, me don't come with you. And then I mean it, yeah.
Senegal, but the bar. Run away, me the car. Me feel rap and me met a bar. And Kusikan to your rental now. Because we didn't call the bar. My church man la jam. Who no no. Pressure, son. I tell me, Busa, when you no, I'm a puno, me feel red, no, boo, no, me planning my cool, no. Shepherds, some forces, some measure, but I met like a fool, no, I'm a video. And then I mean, if you are tell my Mr. Bravo, yeah, I'm a video comment you. And then I mean, if you are master, Mr. Bravo, yeah, I'm a video comment you. Me tinto, me te wa me tonko, me kondon katin konto, nenso kei me pimso, me ni prince ye jemeto, ya bra boy dia stronko, ye be okay ye ko, hey, me prepare, me ne ready me tete, format me share, e be do clear me ni ye, step by step apedie, me ntua ya abotre, me nya me tuo wa ho kire, me wo so ma wa me je, my dream, sipping and see no, my sorry na sa bravo bonny. Dear me, I say, oh, he was meant to be. Affect me mentally. Renting no be free. Yes, way.
Hi guys, welcome back to the AM Club. But listen, okay, so starting off our conversation on Lifestyle Daily today, we're talking about loans, the do's and don'ts. But quickly before that, one of Gordon's favorite question: what is your level in French language? Now, the ability to communicate in French gives you an upper hand in your education, career development, and travel experience. Now, come to Alliance Française in Accra. At Alliance Française, we help you develop an all-round language skill set that is reading, writing, and speaking in a multicultural and multinational environment. We have experienced and professional teachers. We have flexible time schedule. We have in-person, online, and hybrid classes. We also do have French for teenagers and children aged 3 years and above. Now, this is how you should register. Call 050-128-7814, 050-128-7814, or you can send them a message via WhatsApp 050-128-7818 or visit www.afaccra.org. French up your life now. Time now for Lifestyle Daily. We're talking about loans. I was asking the question of whether or not you should take a loan for your wedding party because you feel good about it and all of that. But to have that conversation with us is Mimi Anani Apia, lead financial advisory and education. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You're so calm for somebody who talks about loan.
An in-house financial person. Always exciting to talk to you, Mimi. Interesting. So, of course, should I go for the first question?
Please do.
At what point in a person's life should you consider taking a loan?
Okay. So basically a loan is a source of financing, and so if you need some money for something, a loan is something you can consider. However, remember that it's not your money, it's somebody else's money, and it's not for free. So if I give you 10,000 and I'm a financial institution, you're not going to pay me back 10,000. You're going to pay me back the cost of the money I'm giving you. So it's not for free. So because of that, especially as financial experts, we say that you should take a loan if it has the potential to, whatever you are using it for, to bring you income, or it has the potential to offset a cost. So let me give you an idea. So maybe you are renting, you are paying 2,000 a month, but you can take maybe a loan to purchase a house. Maybe that would be 1,500, or it may even be 2,500. But after a while, you don't expect to be paying anything anymore because the house is now yours. You are offsetting that rental cost. Then it may make sense. It doesn't mean that once you are buying a house, it makes some conditions may make it not make sense. But if it's bringing you income, I'm buying maybe a car and I'm going to get some money, from that car, it makes sense, or it's offsetting the cost. Otherwise, like you said, if it's for a wedding, you want to change your wardrobe, anything that's not linked to these things.
Basically a liability.
Yes.
There's a liability.
If it's not linked to increasing your income or offsetting a cost, please forget it.
Now, you said something about financial institutions and taking loans. What about if I can take it from a friend? Because you said it's a source of income. So wherever it comes from, it doesn't matter, doesn't it?
Okay, so if you can take it from a friend, all the better, because that's a cheaper source of financing. But if you're going to use the loan for something that is not going to bring you anything, how are you going to pay? That's a question you should ask yourself. A lot of the time, we are excited, hey, I can get a 50,000 loan. We forget about the obligations. That is, after we have spent the money, how are you going to pay? So if you're taking a loan from a friend and you've assessed yourself and you think that you'll be able to pay, fine. But if you assess and you are making your projection based on things that may or may not happen, then that's risky. Remember that when you default on a loan, if you take a loan from a friend and you don't pay, next time you need help, nobody will mind you because you are no longer credit worthy. So we shouldn't just be excited about taking other people's money for taking sake. You need to ask yourself questions.
Okay. So if I wanted to start a business, I'm very new to it. I haven't done it before, but I'm very certain that I would make money. Am I comfortable to go for a loan?
I wouldn't advise you to start a business with a loan because starting a business is very risky. When you even look at the likelihood of failing, it's very risky. So even a financial institution wouldn't give you money to start a business. That's why when you're starting a business, we say maybe you can fall back on your savings or maybe close friends and family who believe in what you're doing and would like to chip in. A bank would like to give you money when you have tested and tried the business and we can see that there's some money coming from the business. Based on that, then I would give you a loan because I'm not giving, it's not charity, okay, it's business. So I'm giving it to you so that you can pay me back.
Okay.
Yes. And then let me also say that taking a loan from a financial institution to start a business may actually kill your business.
Okay.
Because the rates are high. You understand? The rates are high. So it may not be very reasonable to take a bank. Don't give you, by the way, but it may not make sense to take money to start a business.
Okay. I've come across the term collateral. Explain what collateral is, then I can ask my question.
Okay, so collateral is basically an asset that you're attaching to the loan so that should in case you cannot pay, the bank can hold on to that asset, sell it and recoup their monies. However, banks are not as interested in collateral as they are interested in your ability to pay because no one wants to go through the process of going to court and all that drama. So they are more interested in your ability to pay than your collateral.
Okay. Let's still stay around the
collateral.
The person who wants to start a business, who doesn't have a family to want to believe in them and still they want to start it and yet they have a certain asset. They don't have the money, but they have a physical asset over there. Is it okay still attempt the loan, hoping that you have a collateral so that if the business fails?
As I said, the financial institution looks at your ability to pay. So since there's no established cash flow, I don't think anybody will be interested.
Even if you had a collateral?
Even if someone gives you the loan, maybe the smaller financial institutions decide you will pay an arm and a leg. And it wouldn't make sense. So if you don't need that asset, why don't you sell it off, get money from it, and then put it in your business?
Okay.
Must the collateral be equivalent to the amount you're taking?
Definitely. I mean, it has to be something that is valuable so that should you not pay, they can sell it off and recoup their monies. And normally, when they are selling the collateral, it's normally at a for sale value, which will probably be lower than the market value. So all these things will be looked at. You can't just take your shoes and say, you know, I want 50,000
cedis and I'm using my shoe as a collateral.
Exactly. It has to be valuable so that if you default, they can at least fall back on.
Who determines what the collateral is? The owner of the financier, who they come to assess. Who says that this can be a collateral? Do you have to go to the person giving you the loan that I have this, or is the person that has to identify that all these things around you can be a collateral?
I'm sure the financial institution will let you know what is acceptable.
Okay.
And sometimes maybe the property is, you don't have title to the property. They wouldn't accept it because it's not in your name. You understand? So you would present your collateral and they will assess whether or not it fits. Because at the end of the day, if you default, it should be something that they can be able to sell. If it's in your name, they cannot sell it.
Okay.
To recoup their money. So they'll definitely do their assessments, and once they are okay with it, they'll go ahead to.
What's the most comfortable period you should have run your business before you nurse the idea of taking a loan? It's not that you need it, but you think that the loan would, boost the business or help it. How many years should you?
I don't think there's a number of years. It all depends on your financial situation. You have the cash flow to pay for the loan. Because somebody can start a business in 3 months and it will do well because of the nature of the business. Somebody may start in 5 years, the business may be struggling. So I think that it's always your ability to pay. Are you in the position to pay for that loan? And remember that there are other sources of financing. Have you explored those sources? Because as I said, loans are not cheap. Remember that you're doing business to make money. And if a chunk of your profit is going towards paying loan, is the business going to be a going concern? These are some of the things that you need to think about. So if your cash flow allows you to take a loan and it makes sense, it makes financial sense, then why not? Because remember that the advantage of taking loan for a business is that you don't pay taxes on the interest payments.
Okay.
So it's an advantage for you. There's some tax benefits as a result of taking a loan for whatever reason, but it's
break that down. What does that mean?
So you deduct your interest payments from when you are doing your financials. There's the revenue. You deduct your interest payments before you slap taxes on the profits before taxes.
Okay.
So you benefit from taking a loan, but remember that it's an obligation. So if whatever you are paying out is going to destroy your business or break your business, then why do you take it? You need to look at other sources of finances. So it's always dependent on where you are as a business. Yes.
Okay. Are there various forms of loans in Ghana?
Oh, there are a number of loans. We have personal loans. We have auto loans, business loans. Auto loans, business loans, overdraft, and you even have maybe some banks carve out some special. So these days we have the salaried loans or
I think
the ones that they give you
ahead of your
salary.
Your salary. For instance, because your salary will come at the end of the month, you can take it in the middle of the month, and then when your salary comes, you offset
you can take it from where?
From a bank or financial institution.
Financial institution.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think it's a bad loan.
You think it's a bad idea? So what if, for instance, like you said, let's say my salary is 10K a month, and I'm getting married, and the day is closer, and I need to pay for certain things, but I can't wait for my office to pay me at the end of the month. I need some money urgently to offset some, can't I take it and then, let's say, take like 20 or 30,000? I mean, it's more than my salary, but just
because they wouldn't give you
anything more than
I don't think they'll even give you all yours.
Now, why is it bad if I can take the 10K from a financial institution and pay when the month
is? You see, in this case, it's one-off. But the issue is when it becomes a habit, because now you realize that you are not living off your salary. Your salary comes and pays off that loan. So you are living off the loan and you are paying
an interest
for the loan.
That's true.
So it doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
With loans too, there's an issue of habits.
Tell me.
There's an issue of habits. So when you get used to, you spend by heart, you get used to taking, Ajoa, give me 100. You are not prudent with your money. So that's an issue with loans. You don't just go for a loan for going sake. As I've said, it has to be purposeful. So you have to also be careful about taking, especially as an individual, taking loans every month. You are owing something. It means that maybe you are spending more or you are living above your means. So you need to sit down and think through why you are always taking a loan. I'm not for that kind of loan, honestly.
I get that. And
maybe one-off, like you said, maybe one-off like this.
Is a one-time thing.
Even though I still feel like you're going to get married.
Would be a carry forward.
Yes.
Because then you have to pay the actual and then it's so like though it's one-off, it keeps hanging around your neck like an albatross.
I don't
Okay.
I don't encourage it.
Okay, so you know what? I encourage you to send in all of your messages. If you've got any reactions or comments to our WhatsApp tablet, so that Mr. Nambo here will read all of your questions for Mimi to answer it. But I'm quite curious about the term overdraft. I've heard it over and over. What's an overdraft?
So it's an allowance. Let's say you have 10,000 in your account, but you're allowed to withdraw up to 20,000. So that's an overdraft.
Okay, because they're sure that some money will
come
come
in.
in.
Some allowable.
Does that come with some interest too?
Oh, definitely. It will come with interest.
Anything from the bank comes with interest.
It will come with interest. I'm sure that maybe based on the relationship with the financial institution,
Okay.
maybe if it's paid before a certain period, they may let it slide. But definitely they are in the business of making money, so you'll pay something.
What about an auto loan would you not advise, especially if I'm not using it for a commercial reason?
Okay, so as I said, loans either to generate income or offset a cost. So maybe your cost of transportation, when you compare it to taking a car loan and the fuel and other costs involved, will make more sense for you to take the car loan rather to go with that other option. Then you can decide to do that.
Okay.
Yes, otherwise, work a bit, yes.
I like that.
Okay, guys, sending in your messages. I don't know whether we can open phone lines at some point, but at some point of the conversation, we'll open the phone lines. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll ask more questions on if you have the habit of saving, okay, and banks keep, you realize that keeps come at you, or come for this facility. Are they being genuine with you, or they just want to,
take your money?
Take your money. Okay, so we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll understand that one.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversation, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Hi guys, welcome back to the AM Club. So just before that break, we've been discussing loans, what you should do, what you should not do when you're going for a loan or when you consider going for a loan. And quickly before we went on that break, I was asking the question of if you have a certain good relationship with the bank, or they know that you have, some nice culture of savings, they tend to suggest to you that come for a facility. What do they really mean? Is it like,
It's business. And let me just say that banks are into the business of lending money, and they mostly want to attract credit-worthy people or people who have their finances, in place. So if you're saving, they can see that you're a very disciplined person. So definitely they'll be more interested in you because they know that you don't spend your money anyhow. It's a good signal to any financial institution, and that's why you see, even though there's no about savings, that's why you see a lot of financial institutions hounding the people in the public sector, because getting their money is very easy through controller, so they are credit worthy, so they'll go for that business rather than somebody who they are not sure when clear his accounts before the loan hits. Yes, so it's the same, And especially with long-term loan like mortgages, they don't just give you money because you're a salaried worker. They assess, they look at your bank statement, they do all sorts of investigations to assess, you know, your habits and whether there's a potential to pay, because you're going to be taking this loan for 15, 20 years. So they can't just give you the money like that. They need to see whether you are always balling.
Okay, you would stay a little more on the mortgage, except
Yes,
Gordon will take a few questions. We'll also open the phone lines at some point. Number to call?
020-4738-481, 020-4738-481, or you could also call 055-033-1511. We welcome your questions. And speaking of questions, sometimes, okay. Hello, please, I want to ask, in the case where your collateral is far more valuable than the loan you took and you can't pay the loan, would some of the profits gained from selling the collateral be given to you?
Yeah, once they get their money,
they'll take what is due them and give you the remainder. Okay, that sounds reassuring.
Yeah, that's good.
That doesn't mean you should know. Because some of the properties are even difficult to sell. They may be so valuable, but they are not liquid. That's why I said the banks are not really interested in you want to bring your easily gone mansion. They just want you to pay the loan. Let me get my money. Simple.
Interesting. Yeah. But isn't it, I mean, if you have an easily gone mansion, it's an asset. It's a huge asset. Over the years, it will appreciate.
Yeah.
So why don't the banks want something like that where they could, if they take it away from you, it becomes theirs, doesn't it?
Yeah, but if banks are just collecting people's houses, they'll have liquidity issues. And we heard of this with one of these popular banks that went out, right? So nobody is just interested in. It's not a real estate company. It's a bank. So yeah, and it's what I heard some people do. Maybe they want to sell their property and they are not finding buyers.
So
then they take a loan knowing that they are going to default, and then leave it for the bank to
do the hard work.
Yeah,
interesting.
So.
Use the manula.
I'm not encouraging anyone to do that.
Hi, MS24. Is it advisable to take a loan with cheaper interest to pay off a loan I took earlier?
Definitely.
Wait. You're taking a loan, you're owing, you're going to take another loan to come and pay?
Because it's cheaper. So let's say I took 10,000, I'm paying 1,000 Ghana cedis on it, and someone can give me this 10,000, or let's assume the bank will be willing to take 10,000 for whatever. Give me the 10,000 and I'm going to be paying 800 cedis for it. I cleared that one and I start paying 800. I'm able to save 200. Okay. But don't just, there may be other hidden, make sure you've done your analysis and, you know, it's definitely lower. Then you can refinance your loan.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like when it comes to this financial thing, you have to use your head well.
Yes, that's why you seek for expert advice, because I don't think you would have all that knowledge in your head. Yeah.
That's coming in from Bruno Jamal in Sabisi, Upper East Region. Thank you very much for that question, Bruno. Another one here says, good morning, AM Club. Please, I'd like to know if I have zero capital, is it still advisable to take a loan to buy a commercial car? Zero capital, but he's taking a loan to buy a car to use for commercial purposes and get the money back to pay.
Why not? Once the bank looks at your financials, maybe it's coming from your salary, and they're able to tell that you are able to pay. Normally, there's something called the gearing ratio that is 40% of your salary, and they're able to tell that you don't have any other loans, because when you take a loan, it goes to forgotten the name of it, like SDS data, those organizations. So if you're going to take another loan, they'll know that there's already a pre-existing loan. So even though you could have had access to 40% of your income, there's some other bank that is taking part of that 40%. So if there's any left, and it will be enough to pay off that car loan that you are taking. So basically, it's your ability to pay. Once they assess your ability to pay, they would be able to. But if you are not doing anything, and then you are going to take, I don't think anyone will give you a car loan. Maybe you can go with the Ubers and the rest who have some
cars already.
Yes, some arrangements for that. But if you just walk into a bank, you want a car loan, there's no proof of any income that they can fall back on, I don't think they'll give it to you.
Let's go to the Savannah region and speak with good morning.
Good morning.
Who am I talking to, please?
Yusuf, calling from Savannah region.
Yusuf, thank you very much. What's your question, please?
Hello?
Yusuf, what's your question?
Please, I want to find out, in a situation where I have a property, I've used the property as a collateral, then assuming I want to sell it at 50,000 Ghana cedis, I'm not getting a buyer, then I went to a bank for a loan. Then, can I tell the bank the amount I want to sell that property? Or they will have to decide the amount that the property will be sold?
Did you get
Good
that?
question. Yeah, the property is, you don't tell me that the property is worth 50,000. It will normally be valued by a valuer. So they'll take it to a valuer who would assess not just the market value, the for sale value. If we had to, urgently sell this property, how much would they go for? So you won't tell me that your property is worth 50,000.
Okay.
An expert will do that assessment.
It could be low or it could be high.
It could be lower, or as I said, they are different. There's the market value, there's the for sale value. All those things will be looked at before, they accept your collateral as
worth whatever you're giving.
Yes,
all right, Emmanuel from WA, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good to hear from you.
Thank you very much. In all my working life, I think that this is the first time I'm hearing a banker coming out so clean and so honest about loan issues and banking issues. But I've taken some loans before, and the bankers won't come out very clean to tell you about some of the strings attached. And sometimes those writings are so tiny, and either at the back or at the very bottom, and you are so eager to pick your loan, you don't have time to go through them, or maybe you are not aware of them. It is only later that they start pulling those strings that you get to know that these are the other issues that you were not told. But I think that she's been very honest and clean. I appreciate her for that. Thank you very much.
Ima, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you.
But is this true? I mean, is it possible that banks would like to hide certain things from you?
I don't think anybody wants to. I think we don't read, which is the issue. No, to be honest with you. Yes. So what I do personally, if I'm buying a financial product, especially something that I'm not an expert in, I can just contact a friend who is an expert to assess. I did that recently with an insurance that I had bought. He did his assessment. He's an independent person and gave me his feedback. So you can, if you have trusted a financial expert around you, sometimes not that you don't want to read, you may not even understand what you are reading. So you can just let them see the contract and let you see all the conditions. If they were hiding it, I don't know how, but they gave it to you to read. So it's more, it's from our end that because we don't like reading, of course, sometimes they know that we don't like reading, so they can make the document so bulky and then you throw it somewhere. But just give it to an expert. The expert will know what to look out for when... You
have to pay this expert, don't you?
Yes, if you have to pay. But it will save you a lot of headache, right?
Okay.
And it will save you a lot of money. That's with financial... There are so many financial products, but not all financial products solve your problem. So that's why you need to be knowledgeable so that you are also able to choose which one works for you. So if you don't have the knowledge, why don't you get an expert to review and then give you their...
Okay, Gordon, before you go to that question, just because you're encouraging people to, see the service of a financial expert or even read thoroughly, you'd realize that it's difficult to want to engage in an expert because then again, you also are actively involved. They call you, okay, I need this form. Do you have this? And it gets so tiring and you feel like, you know what, I should have just done this, filling the form myself and all. So, just maybe you're unable to afford the financial expert. What are the basic things you need to have, if you even happen to qualify to take a loan? What do you need basically?
Okay, so You mean when you are applying for the loan? The bank will definitely need your ID. They will definitely need your pay slip to check whether how much you are earning, to be able to calculate how much they can give you. Maybe an employment letter that yes, indeed, you do work with A and B organization. Utility bills or some proof of residence, just so that if you misbehave, they can come for you. If you're a business, your incorporation documents, they'll need your financial statements, so that your income and expenses, your financial position, your cash flow, all that will be assessed. If it's a secured loan, that means there's a collateral. They will definitely need the title or the documents, like maybe a land title, which they will normally hold on to. So these are some of the things that they would take. Also, if you're a business, you are asking for money they'll normally find out why you're taking the money. You probably have to do some cash flow projections and send it to the bank. So these are a few of the things that you would need.
A few indeed.
Someone's asking, is it good to take a student's loan?
What are you taking a student's loan for?
To pay your fees, to buy, what do they call it? I've forgotten all these things now. Brochures, what's the name?
Your books.
Handouts, and all those stuff.
Ability to pay. At every point you're taking a loan, think about your ability to pay. If you're taking a student loan, then maybe you are making that decision assuming that when you start working, you will get a job easily and then you'll be able to pay. But what if? What if? So maybe if you can start doing something on the side.
What if you're unable to get a job? It means that it's the losses on the institution that gave you the facility,
but remember
right?
that you are also, it's not just about taking money and not paying. It would affect your credit worthiness, especially as we are integrating everything with this whole Ghana card, we are integrating everything. It would affect your credit worthiness. Later in life, you want to go in for a mortgage to buy a property, and all that would have been there that, boss, you took that loan, you didn't pay, you are not credit worthy. So either you get the loan and it's going to be very expensive, or you won't be given the loan at all. So it's not just about taking loans and not paying. As we integrate our system, you realize that those who take quick loans and throw their SIM cards, the system will catch up with you. We are not there yet, but eventually it will catch up with you. So I'll just say that always think about your ability to pay. Always think about your ability to pay before taking a loan, because it's not free money.
Okay, good question.
Someone says, good morning, lovely people. To me, it's a not for you to take a loan for your wedding. So somebody's agreeing with you, Mimi.
Yeah, go and sign. I mean, it's not that deep.
What's it? Mimi says, go and sign. It's very easy.
What about the weddings that's so expensive? That's not your question, Mimi. Anyway.
No, sometimes people take loans for weddings, assuming that, A and B rich person, I've invited this guy, I've invited that guy. If you have been married before, or if you've had a wedding before, it will shock you. It will shock you when you're counting the money. It will shock you seriously. Because those you are expecting to bring you money, they may not bring you money. Or you were thinking they'll bring you 5,000, they may bring you 100 cedis. So it's not really very wise to take a loan for a wedding. And remember that marriage on its own demands a lot of, financial fortitude. So if you are starting on a wrong note, the baby starts coming. You may even break up because some of us, we like comfort. You understand? And now you have kids, you can't pay hospital bills, you can't pay school just because of one decision you took.
Please,
a lot of the time, it's the ladies that a lot of the time, it's the ladies that are given pressure because maybe their friends did this wedding and they look.
Then she go and pay.
When you have your wedding, the next week somebody will be having a killer wedding and yours will be forgotten. Like it's just on that day. Yeah, it's just on that day that you just realize that your money is just, you're like, wow, like the money is just gone. All that 200,000 is bent. So honestly, do something that you can afford. If you want to sign, just go and sign. It's better to start your marriage with money and then enjoy it than, you know, we've taken the loan, I've come to eat your jollof and you're suffering in your house. And that's even when people will gossip about you. Hey, buffet, you know, I've heard some of these stories before. So cut your coat according to your size, you know.
Okay.
You're not
Cutting the coat according to the size. There in the mortgage, you know, conversation. What is comfortable or not comfortable about mortgages, and established whether or not mortgage is a loan?
Oh, mortgage is definitely a loan because the financial institution is giving you money to acquire a house. Okay. Normally, you see financial experts not talk down on mortgages as much as they talk down on taking, especially consumer loans. It's because you're taking money to buy a property, and hopefully that property should appreciate in value. However, with mortgages, the interest rates or the repayments can be a killer, especially in the case where in Ghana it's dollarized and you are earning cedi. So maybe you took the loan, and in the beginning it was cool. Maybe you were paying $100 a month for the loan, and it was cool. I mean, then all of a sudden the dollar rate is going up, and even without your salary increase, and the loan repayment has doubled. That can be very uncomfortable, you know. So as much as possible, if you can get a CD, the CD mortgages are also expensive. But if you, especially those who work in the government sector, they have cheaper access to mortgages. They get good rates.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you are in that sector, you can look at those cheaper. The last I heard was like 11% or 15% on the CD, which is like very good.
Okay.
So if you are in that space, maybe you should find out from your people how you can have access to a mortgage. If you are like some of us who would have to go for the dollarized, always think about your ability to pay. Always think about your ability to pay.
A little clarity on that again. If you say that you're taking a loan to buy a house, is it that they'll give you the money, then you go and pay for the house, or you identify the house with a company and then the bank will be paying on your behalf?
Oh, they'll give it to the developer that you're paying.
Okay, so the money doesn't come to you
No,
directly.
because, I mean, someone will go and chill with the money.
Of course.
And sometimes they would even require that you make a down payment a lot of the time. So have your skin in the game. So sometimes about 20%, if the property is worth 400,000, they've assessed that, yes, they can give you 80% of that money and you can pay. They'll expect that you put a 20% down payment down. There are cases where you can avoid that 20% if you are contributing to a provident fund, a tier 3 provident fund. There are ways around it, but you can always talk to the mortgage or the financial house to see how you can. If you have access to a tier 3, they can actually give you 100% of the amount instead of the 80%. So there are ways around it. Just talk to them and see how you can.
I remember the last time you educated us on this tier 2, tier 3
Yes.
thing. I've forgotten again. I have to come for lessons.
No
But I guess my
problem.
last question would be, what can the bank or financial institution do to me if I can't pay my loan anymore? I can't pay. Minishi. What happened to me? Do I arrest me?
So, I mean, it may become a court issue. They may also possess your property and then try.
What if I don't have any property at all? Minishi.
Who give you money when you don't have property?
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying that they may not be able to recoup their money, but it will also affect you in the future. Next time you are going for a loan, you'll be tagged. Either you will not get the loan or it will be expensive. Even though our system is not as integrated as it should be, if you go for a loan with a commercial bank, it's recorded somewhere. I don't know if you know about that.
No.
Yes, it's recorded somewhere. There's a credit bureau, that's what they call them. It's recorded there. So the bank or financial institution can go and ask for a report from the credit bureau to see if you were paying consistently. Did you default they'll look at your situation. If they assess you as a risky person, either you would pay a lot, you pay more than the regular person, or they wouldn't give you the money because there's a tendency that you wouldn't pay. And as I said, they're in the business of giving money, so it's not charity. So I think that we have a culture of not paying people, and you hear it all over the place, not just with banks, but even with give me money, I'll pay you back tomorrow, and not paying. You are bending bridges, and one day when you actually need the money, nobody. If you came to me and you asked for money, I don't even like giving loans because of that issue. I'd rather give you 50 cedis and know that, you know, I'm
That's a good one. I think you should educate us on that. It's something I learned a few years ago, and I think it was very beneficial.
Yeah.
Would you agree to the fact that when someone comes to ask for a loan, a friend comes to ask you for a loan, you don't give them the exact amount they're asking for, but you give them what you don't mind not taking back?
Yeah. The exact amount may be something you don't mind not taking back. Sometimes it's dependent on the person, but I think that whatever the case is, even if the person is credit worthy, you would always want to give something that, you know, if you lose, it's okay. A life and death.
Let's go.
Yes, a life and death situation, because we have a culture of not paying. People are actually surprised that they need to pay back a loan. I've heard comments like that before. Please, when you take a loan, pay for it, because tomorrow you may need some money, and you cannot go back to that person. That person may tell somebody else, and you may not be able to go back to that person. So make sure when you borrow, just pay it, so that tomorrow when you find yourself, either there's an opportunity you need to quickly take advantage of, or there's an emergency, you have people who are just willing to give you the money because you are credit worthy.
You pay back. Well, okay. I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Those are the questions we have for you, Mimi, Anani, Apia. Thank you so much. Always learning a lot from you. Those of you sent in your questions, we hope you've learned enough. We're done with our conversation. Again, I'm still going back to the... Mimi Anani Apia is lead at Financial Advisory and Education. We're done with our lifestyle daily conversation. We're moving on to Travel Tuesday. Something I'm also excited about, isn't it?
Hostess.
With the mostess. Miss Drew.
Taking us all the way to Togo. Well, Togo's not all the way, but for her it will be all the way.
It's all the way. If you're driving, how many hours is it to Togo?
Depends on where you're coming from, where you're going from.
It depends on the car you are using.
If you're from my town, dear, just a few hours to Aflao, then, you know, cross the border. Inside. Yes. But if you're from Bolgad, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, guys, so do stay.
Yeah. For my G's, yeah. What they make her send me my money, I need it right away. What they make her send me my money, I need it right away. Yo, say friend, now boy, say friend. They be at your party. Yo, say friend, now boy, say friend. Me see they be at your party. Any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, What they make her send me my money, I need it right away. What they make her send me my money, I need it right away. Girls say friend, now boy say friend. They be at your party. Girls say friend, now boy say friend. Me say they be at your party. Any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, any ever sing. Please don't call my side. Someone for me, see, can I'm bound a dream. Them a meaty boom. Say them a hitty and on a dream. Pop it, yeah. When it's sick, I don't call my way, yeah. Bunty Marco, see what you. Baby, I'm a Jimmy, my Jimmy Dean with his true. Bunty Marco, see what you. My Jimmy Dean with his true. Any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, any ever sing, yeah. Any ever sing, any ever sing. Show, madam, hey, man never see no pressure crash, shut up. Yeah, this is one time you done my
said your boy in Pekasa. But try to swear down a dream in Rebecca. 200 room of flexing. About no months for banging. It's like in no talking. Send me cash back up it. 200 room of flexing. About no months for banging. It's like in no talking. Send me cash back up it. Any ever sing, yeah, any ever sing, any ever sing, yeah, any ever sing, any ever sing, yeah, any ever sing, any ever sing. What they make her send me my money, I need it right away. What they make her send me my money, I need it right away. Girls a friend, our boys a friend, baby I don't go party. Girls a friend, our boys a friend, me say baby I don't go party. Any ever sing, any ever sing, yeah, any ever sing, any ever sing, yeah, any ever sing, any ever sing, yeah, any ever sing, any ever sing.
The gods.
Wow.
They are enemies. So they make sacrifice using animals, and that sacrifice can do the life will be good.
Africa is the motherland, and in Africa are 54 countries, all with their own hidden gems. And I intend to explore them all.
It's not easy to come up here. This is exercise. Guys, it's raining outside. Heavy rain, can you see the thunder? I'm gonna say my prayers. And I'll see you in the morning.
I explore the culture, the people, the food, the history, the sights, and the luxury, and not so luxury, of Ghana's next door neighbor, Togo. Being the smallest country in Africa, this country is often left out.
Are you ready? The Power of You, in partnership with Maven Records and Independence Hall, present the Garden City's biggest festival, a festival of live music, arts, and entrepreneurship. Welcome to the Power of You Festival Maven Experience. Join the Entrepreneurship Summit on Friday, the 19th of August, and the musical concert on Saturday, 20th August 2022, from 5 p.m. till we shut it down. The after party is at the Void Nightclub inside SG Mall. Come, let's wait to performances from the super talented Chris.
Hey, and a happy Tuesday, guys. It's Tuesday, my favorite day, because we're going to talk all about travel. When you see me on your screen, you already know it's a travel Tuesday, and we're going to be traveling to somewhere beautiful in Africa. It's your girl, Miss Drew, your hostess for the mostest, and I'm here with my co-hosts. Hi!
Gosh, girl, I like all the black and all the gray.
You know, black is supposed to be slimming, you know.
How's it going?
Ex-birthday boy.
Yes, ma'am.
How's it going?
I didn't get a present from you.
Because you got a message that you haven't opened, and in that is more blessings than you ever need. Trust me.
Nice.
But let me. You call and pray with me.
Well, in your message, when you open it, then you'll see.
There's a prayer.
My voice is enough. You can read over it over and over
again.
Dude,
let me tell you what you missed yesterday.
Cake.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Apart from the cake.
Oh, because I saw the cake. I was really upset.
Apart from the cake, there was a little movie here.
Hey.
Yes. Actually, they were just teaching me that that's a saxophone. I thought it was trumpet. Because yesterday somebody showed up with like, pom, 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 pom.
Oh my God.
with speakers.
No
like,
way.
I'll show you the video.
The saxophone is my favorite instrument, guys.
But listen, yesterday it was like a trumpet. I'm telling you, bah, bah, bah. But I wanted to break out to you.
Hey, but you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you felt
it was
loved.
a good day. It was a really good day.
That's good.
Good surprise from MX24 TV. It felt really good.
That's good. At least you felt loved. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. That is all that matters. Yes, guys. So I'm here to talk to you guys about Travel Tuesday. Now, you guys know every single Tuesday, you know, sometimes we have people interviewing us, but today the spotlight is on me. Because we are going to be showing you guys my Togo series. So I went to Togo a few weeks ago or a month ago, and I found a lot of things interesting about Togo. Togo is like one of the smallest countries in Africa, but there are more things to do there than we actually realized. I mean, would you ever, I'll actually both of you, would you guys ever go to a fetish market?
A fetish market?
Yes.
I'd like to see what that is like.
It's a market.
It's a market.
Different types of fetish or what?
Well, it's a market selling heads and things that you need for the fetish market. So dead bodies, not dead bodies, but dead animals and dolls and all of these things.
So Togo is a very traditional
country.
Believing country. Yes, they are not so much of Christians, so they believe in the traditionals, they believe in spirits and all these stuff. So they have all these things in the market.
They have an actual market for that. You can have a market for food, market for clothes, and they have a market for that as well. So I experienced a lot of things. I was really shocked. I had to go. I covered myself because I don't believe in those things. So I covered myself in anointing oil and I went. I went to do all of that. Also, they have beautiful, humongous animals. They have a lot of animals there. More animals than we have in Ghana. Yes.
Which was the same Togo right here that you're talking about.
Next door, baby girl. Next door. You can go there by road, 3 hours. Okay. I ate a lot of their local food. So the Togolese are kind of very similar to the Ewes. So we had
Edeme.
Edeme, yeah. I learned how to make it.
You learned how to
I learned how to make edeme properly sweet. So if you want to come to edeme, am I saying it, please?
Completely no.
She says completely no. Edeme. How was
this will pass.
Okay, fine. And their fufu, which they don't use cocoa yam or plantain, they only use yam. Which was delicious. My favorite soup. Do you know what my favorite soup is?
No.
Can you guess?
Peanut butter
granite soup. Yeah. So how we made it was actually getting normal granuts and grinding it ourselves and then putting it in. Oh my God, it was divine. Like it was divine. So I went to Togo, and you guys know whenever I travel, it's all about finding out the food, the culture, the history, the things to do, and the beautiful places to stay. I stayed in the biggest, tallest hotel in Togo, which was like, I don't even know how many, 27 floors. It is there in Lomé, 27 floors. It was, you know, owned by the government. They gave a crazy story about why it's called number 2 February. The president was being chased and attacked, and then he came back alive, and then he decided that he's going to build a hotel on that day called 2 February. Crazy. What you have to do.
Very crazy myths about Togo. Have you heard the story of Yadema?
Yadema.
Yeah, you remember Yadema's story? Yeah.
Tell me.
The former president who apparently, according to myth, you know, jumped from an airplane, I think airplane or helicopter.
Was it the same one?
There's the same story.
The same story.
The helicopter, but yes.
He jumped.
He came out of it, and then they tried to. He's saying that
turned into a leaf.
Okay, the leaf part, I don't know.
Yes, and then when he fell on the ground, a goat started chewing his so his leg. Oh my goodness, these stories are just weird.
I didn't even want to.
Stories are weird. But that's
crazy.
Did you not visit Noche?
No, I didn't visit Noche. I went all around. I went to the north, like the deep, deep north, to the point where I stayed, guys, on a mud house under the stars. Like in a village where there's nothing surrounding you but sand, goats, grass, and they sleep on top of these houses in a village called Kuntamantu. They sleep on top of them because underneath is where they keep their cows and their sheep and all that stuff. So but when it rains, there's a small hole that you go and sleep inside with the cows. So I was sleeping outside, legit, under the stars with mosquitoes. It was amazing.
Did you do a test when you go back? Did you do a malaria?
No, malaria can't touch me. I ain't never going to get malaria, please.
Praise God.
It will never happen to me. I'm good.
Amen. So, well, that's interesting.
Yes. So, guys, we have a small little 10-minute snippet, but let's go through the snippet and then we'll come back. These things?
These things, it is the gods.
Wow.
They are enemies. So they make sacrifice using animals, and that sacrifice can do the life will be good.
Africa is the motherland, and in Africa are 54 countries, all with their own hidden gems. And I intend to explore them all.
It's not easy to come up here. This is exercise. Guys, it's raining outside. Heavy rain, can you see the thunder? I'm gonna say my prayers. And I'll see you in the morning.
I explore the culture, the people, the food, the history, the sights, and the luxury, and not so luxury, of Ghana's next door neighbor, Togo. Being the smallest country in Africa, this country is often left out, overlooked, and forgotten about. But I came to make a difference and bring to light the things you never knew about this tiny but mighty nation.
Good. C'est bon. Good. Oh. We're feeding elephants, guys. This one has a name? What's the name?
Kupianga and Ruki.
Kupianga and Ruki. Boy and girl?
The female.
Theme. You see, these ones came all the way from Burkina Faso. And they've walked all the way to come here.
After gaining its independence from France in 1960, which explains why the main language spoken is French, the silver lining of independence soon turned to a thunderstrike due to politics and a series of protests began causing a lot of infrastructure, making Togo one of the poorest countries in the world.
Reste prudent. Après l'épisode ivoirien, la stabilité du Togo est un enjeu emblématique pour l'ancienne puissance coloniale.
Peuple qui a tant souffert, il ne peut être dans la rue. Nous voulons notre constitution 1992.
Togo may be one of Africa's smallest and poorest countries, but over the past few years, life in the capital, Lomé, has been picking up pace. For some, this means newfound opportunities, but many still bear the brunt of problems that have plagued the country since its independence 55 years ago.
So the president built this place?
Exactly.
So it's like a government hotel?
Government hotel by this time.
Wow.
By this time.
By that time.
Okay, and then it's very nice place.
The currency used in this country is CFA, which is a currency used in 8 West African countries. But just because the media portrayed Togo in a negative light doesn't mean that this is entirely true. And I found this out firsthand.
This one, the biggest market in Togo?
This is the biggest market in Togo.
Wow, how many years?
The day we have the independence of Togo.
Since we had the independence?
Yes.
Niam-Tougou, the biggest market in the north of Togo, and they buy and sell without any money.
This is the baobab fruit here, so I can come with maize or corn or whatever, and I can use that in exchange to buy the baobab fruit or the paste.
This is what they call truck. It's a form of trading that takes place only on Sundays. I fell in love with their roads, Not only was there less traffic compared to Ghana due to the majority of men and women using motorbikes, but their internet connection was too strong. Even in the bushes, I was able to update my Instagram story. Fashion seems to be taken quite seriously in this country, with many locals wearing their traditional cloth to female bosses making their mark in the Togolese fashion industry.
Nunana is actually a word that says a lot of things. It says gifts that you can give to people you love, you want, and everything. And it's a gift also from above, gift from God, gifts that is unique to you and that makes people around you happier.
Togolese wache, completely different to Ghana, same but different. I have the spaghetti, the salad, the fish, the stew, the egg, the shito. I'm about to enjoy with the sound of the birds under the tree, breakfast in the garden.
Oh my goodness. Just the sound alone is relaxing.
This is Haya. It's a local gym. We call it Sorabi. If you drink, you give some for our ancestors.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Just you taste or
So this is now alcohol.
Alcohol, yes.
Cheese.
So
it's bitter.
Yes. Let you taste if you can.
Okay. Well, cheers. Oh! My tongue is on fire. My tongue is on fire.
Per Wednesday, you can give 5 liters for 6 or 8 weeks.
What?
Every day.
On here, if I stand here for too long, I'll be drunk.
The sugar one, we call it botokwe.
This is what some people do for a living, serving breakfast for the community. This is breakfast in Togo, traditional Togolese breakfast.
Bekpota is a busy town located very near to Tokwin Airport. Like every popular city, this town is filled with the hustle and bustle of daily life. From motorbikes to children walking to school, on every corner you're bound to find women selling the most important meal of the day, breakfast.
Oh, look. Putting his finger inside and it's coming. What? Ask who taught you how to make this? Who taught you how to make them?
Qui t'a donné l'inspiration de faire ça? Quand je l'ai appris, il a mis.
À school?
À centre, yeah.
Ah, à l'école.
Right. À l'école de poterie.
Wow, we went to pottery school. Which they cut maybe from a tire, a big car tire, whatever, is what he pounded, they melted it, they smacked it so many times to turn into one of your hose. Oh my God, in Africa, nothing goes to waste.
content we signed up for.
This is the life that I chose, guys. It is the life that I chose.
Yeah.
That was a snippet of Togo. So every single Friday on Moments, we'll be showing you at least 1 or 2 of these episodes put together. Because obviously I love you guys, but you already know, if you want the full Vim, you have to go to Ms. Drew TV. Sorry, go to my YouTube. But for now, of course, on Moments, we are focusing on Togo, and every single month, we're going to be focusing on another country that your beautiful girl has traveled to. So, yeah, hope you guys learned something.
So much. How's your tongue doing?
My tongue.
How did you soothing it?
Listen, after that crazy drink over there, I couldn't imagine. I'm supposed to drink all of it and then give the last bit to my ancestors. They can have it all. I ain't drinking that again.
The Jamaican almost came out. I could tell.
Literally.
Like, nah, blood.
Nah, son, and I do them thing there.
Anyways, I think my question for you would be, I know you're a staunch Christian. As a Christian, a very staunch Christian. I heard you read an announcement in church on Sunday. You think, I don't know.
Hey, why weren't you there?
How did you feel going through that fetish market? What was going through your mind, and how did you feel about it?
I didn't even know I was being taken there. The driver just told me, oh yeah, I'm going to take you to a place that everybody must go to when they come to Togo. So when we were driving in, I saw all these things. Thank the Lord, you know me, I have anointing oil wherever I go, in the car, in my handbag, everywhere. So I was like, Lord, right now I'm only doing this for the content, but because I'm a child of God, whatever is trying to attach itself to me is going to burn by fire.
Yeah, man.
So literally, of course I was a little bit nervous. No, I was very nervous because I was very uncomfortable. That's the word. I was very uncomfortable in that space. But also, some people believe in this. And so my job is to really just show the way other people live in other countries. Not to judge. If that's what you want to do, that's up to you. But obviously, that's not what I believe in. So I really was just showcasing this is how they live in Togo. So if you were to go there, you won't get a culture shock.
How did you keep your composure? Because, I can tell you're just there,
Talking.
She was so much herself. You can see her freaking out if she had to freak out. She did. She said, I'm going to be drunk if I stand here for long. Okay. Did you ask any question about the skull? And are they like,
skull.
Is it real skull, like human
If
skull?
I'm honest with you, I just wanted to get the interview done and get out. So I wasn't asking that much information, but I was asking questions about, how they know that these things work. And so they really gave some serious details, certain animals and certain things put together. Some can be in a powder form, some can be in a drink form, some you put on your body. Some are for protection, some are for love, some are for success. So they have their way of doing this. And literally where I was standing, they had their fetish priests in the back waiting if I wanted to go and speak to them. So they are there.
Sound for love? Were you not scared that somebody would just...
Imagine what? And that's when I realized that, hey, these things are real. When girls are putting perfume and all of a sudden you're in love with a girl. It's the perfume that she has gone to the God to get.
Yeah.
It's real. It's a real thing. It happens, but it depends.
The food. Honest judgment of the food.
The wache was very different, but I liked it. It was very different. It was much lighter, I would say, in color. They don't put, egg and spaghetti and all that stuff together the way we do. I just realized in Togo, a lot of the things that we have are the same, but just maybe a slight difference. Because they have their kente, they have the northern ones that we do, the smocks. They have that. They have normal kente. Yeah, but they all just call it different names. They have different names for it. So the food was delicious. I liked my edeme that I tried.
Yes, that's very traditional.
I loved that one. Like I said, when I go to these places, I'm not going to go and order fish and chips or burger and chips. I want to eat what you guys are eating. And so the edeme was good. I think, though, my favorite was the fufu with the pounded. It was actually puna yam. With groundnuts, freshly real grounded.
Wait, the market.
Yeah.
Are we going back?
Yes. I have eaten a lot of things.
It's okay. You are pardoned. It's okay. But the last time you brought us scenes from Nigeria, you complained about the spices in Nigeria.
Oh yes.
What about the ones in Togo?
It wasn't really spicy at all. I think it was less spicier than Ghana. Less spicy than a normal Ghanaian dish, but it was flavoursome, which I like. I like flavoursome food. not spicy food. Don't worry, when Nigeria vlog comes out next month, you guys will see.
Okay, did you ask questions about the batch trade system? I saw that you were talking about what you can exchange if you went to the market.
So again, I went to one of the villages, and every Sunday, all they do is barter trade, and they call it troc, where you don't use any money. It's just you bring rice, I bring maize. I'll give you I would decide how much of your maize is enough for my rice, literally, and that's how. Because I was like, what's the quantity? But everybody decides. If I'm feeling for rice that day, I'll give you as much as I can for whatever. So it was really interesting to see that in 2022.
Yeah.
This is how people are living somewhere in the world.
Real Africa.
Yeah.
Did you say no traffic?
There was hardly any traffic because majority of people use bikes.
The bikes.
Motorbikes. It reminded me of Amsterdam. But they use, you know, the push
What was the
bikes.
border experience like?
I don't know if I'm even allowed to explain because I snuck into the border.
Okay. Okay.
So,
gosh, I gotta ask this question.
And you know, you better. Okay. Now
I'm back now.
Your experience with the animals, I realized that when you got close to that elephant, in my head I'm like, Drusilla.
Listen.
Drusilla.
Yes.
Fantinyiba.
Please.
Only
every time, people don't understand, I love animals. I just had one experience with a monkey that was from the hell. Okay? That monkey was not from God. That monkey that has made me go viral. It was just that monkey. But other than that, I love animals. And I was just, the fact that, you know, elephants love mangoes. And so he opened up his mouth, let me rub his tongue, put it in there. I wasn't scared.
I've seen videos of how some white people were playing with the elephants and then they just used the trunk to
smack them.
You know, so
oh, maybe they weren't feeding it nicely. They wouldn't do that to me.
Was there not any point where you felt like, what if this animal turns against me?
No, but
it happens.
There were some ducks that were giving me attitude. They were doing quack, 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 quack. And I was like, if they're not careful, I'll send them to the Chinese man to make me duck stew.
Duck stew. Duck sauce.
So I have authority over the animals. Please, if you misbehave, every animal is eaten in this world.
Wait, did you was that frog I saw in the room you were?
Oh my God! Please do not remind me.
From the fetish market.
They probably
where you
sent
lay?
people to follow me. So I went to sleep in that place. So like I said, it was mud houses. At the beginning, it showed you that they send gods out of animals, burn animal sacrifices to watch the house.
Wow.
And so you sleep on top of the house, but when it starts to rain, you have to go under. And so it started raining.
Like for some reason.
For some strange reason, why the day that I
season?
got there, it started to rain. It wasn't rainy season. Because when I was at the bottom of that place and the frogs, the cockroaches, the lizards, the ants, everything were chasing me, I had to bring the oil again. So it stopped raining and I went upstairs.
How much barrel of oil did we go with?
No, it's overflowing. It's never ending. It's never ending. So literally it stopped raining. And I went to sleep back upstairs because I could not sleep under that place. Imagine, it was hot. There's no fan. There's no electricity.
And
you can't charge your phone. It was too hot inside there. But when you're up there, you just have the breeze of everything. There's nothing to protect you from anything. But they sleep on top of these houses so they can check their enemies when their enemies are coming.
That's interesting.
That's the reason why they sleep on the top.
And the frog still?
That thing was sent from
where?
From that fetish village to come and try and haunt.
So how did you get rid of it?
I didn't. I just screamed.
And you slept with the frog? I mean, not sleep with the frog.
I didn't sleep.
Right?
I screamed and we had the staring competition for a long time. Until it moved. And we were staring at each other and I was just there screaming.
Your common person didn't help you?
To help me. He himself was scared.
Of the frog?
Honestly, it was like, came out of nah, please. I would not even wish that on my enemy, that experience. Like I said, I've done it once. I will not do it again. I'm the type of person, I have to do something before I say I don't like it. So I've done it once. I won't do it again.
Okay.
Eric, are you okay?
Lord.
Okay. So, of course, another question someone will probably ask. Okay, so we see you do Nigeria, Uganda.
We're going to Uganda at the end of the month.
We went somewhere recently. We did it. Was it Rwanda?
No, it was Togo, Nigeria, Tanzania.
Tanzania. Tanzania.
I'll be going to Uganda at the end of this month.
Okay. So how do you fund these things? How do you, the Lord?
It is because
the Lord, please fund me because
I wasn't gonna say what I was gonna say. It's the Lord that funds this. And obviously, when I put it out on YouTube, I get paid from views. So YouTube would pay me, and it's all about reinvesting into yourself. And at the end of the day, you guys know the only things that make me happy in this world is travel and food. So if I get to travel, I'm happy. If I get to eat, I'm happy. And so I'll use all my money to travel. I get content, I put it out there, and I get paid for you guys just watching me enjoy my life.
Honestly, I think you should be born an adventure. Like you should be somebody who loves adventure. To be
I am.
Because each time I travel, I starve to death. I just have a very boring palate. I can't try new stuff.
Oh no!
How can I travel? How can I do this you're doing?
We can't even be friends. If you want to go somewhere, you want to eat the same thing all the time.
Yes,
that's on to you, boo boo.
Chicken.
Because we'll be eating snail and frog legs, and I've eaten crocodile before, I've had kangaroo before. You have to taste it before you know you don't like it. So I'll eat it. And most of the time, all this meat just tastes like chicken. It all just tastes like chicken or fish, trust me. All the same with an extra aftertaste, you know. You eat rabbit. Hey, I'll show you a good place in Accra for the best rabbit kebab.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, you just need to be bold, guys. Life is all about experiences, and I think I'm just the type of person, I can't stay in the same place for too long. I get bored easily, and there's so much in this world. God created this world for us, and we need to go and experience it.
Exactly.
We cannot be stuck in the same Accra. Even leave Accra and go to the Western region. You guys know how I feel about the West. Leave Accra, go to the Western region. Leave Accra, go to Abri. Leave Accra, go to the Volta region. Just go and see it.
Been to the Volta region already?
I've done the whole of it. I just need to do Bolga. Bronga Hartford, and then I'm done with all the 16 regions.
Describe to go in one word.
An experience.
It's true. 2 words.
That was 2 words. An experience. 1 word. Interesting.
Would you go back there?
Not until I finish traveling everywhere else. So when I finish, then I can go back there again.
Where would you put it in your list of places you visited? From 1 to, say, 10 places you visited. Where would you
so in order for me to love a country, I need to have amazing food, amazing travel experiences, amazing animals. I need to have all of those things. And I felt like Togo didn't have that much in terms of activity, but it had a lot in terms of culture and history. And I love activity, so I would put it maybe around 4 or 5. But to be a 10, you need to have, Tanzania was a strong 8. I haven't found a 10 out of 10 place yet. Tanzania was a strong 8. It had the activity, it had the culture, it had the water. I'm a water baby. I love being around water. Water just calms me. So, yeah, man. I didn't see that much water in Togo. There was beautiful beaches, though. Adebayo's beach was beautiful.
Oh, he has a beach?
He has a whole beach for himself. So, you guys should go check it out. I mean, again, it's up the road.
Do you agree that the smile on a woman's face depends on the pocket of her man?
No. What do you mean? I can make my own money and make my own happiness.
This has been a question to ask.
But you know where this is coming from.
I know, but I'm surprised that you're even dwelling on it.
Miss Drew, nah. Because my man can lose all money, but I got my money to eat, so I'll be happy.
Keeping the smile going.
Come on.
Drew, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Anytime, guys.
The Togo experience and sharing it with us. We probably, not likely, would want to visit Togo.
Well, that's why you guys should be watching Moments every single Friday after 8 p.m. It will be after 7. It will be on your screens. Moments showing you the beautiful highlights, and then you can decide after that whether you want to go or not. But till then, make sure you follow me on my YouTube, Ms. Drew TV. Mwah.
Thank you. We are done with Travel Tuesday. Up next, we have the plug. General Intatia is our guest. Stay with us.
Stop with the fatty foods. Consuming less fats will help prevent unhealthy weight gain and non-communicable diseases. We live in a country where foods with fats are more popular than healthy food options. Fats and oils form a big part of most of the staple Ghanaian meals we can find on the market. However, there are different classifications of fats, and some are healthier and better for our consumptions as humans. Unsaturated fats, for example, are healthier than saturated fats and trans fats. The WHO recommends reducing saturated fats to less than 10% of your total energy intake, reducing trans fats to 1% of your total energy intake, and in cases where you can't do with replacing both of them with unsaturated fats. Some examples of foods with saturated fats are fatty meat, butter, palm and coconut oil, cheese, sausages, biscuits, and cakes. Examples of foods with trans fats are baked foods, fried foods and pre-packaged snacks, and foods like frozen pizza, cookies, biscuits, cooking oils, and spreads. It is advised that you eat foods with unsaturated fats like fish, soybean, avocado, and nuts to help keep you healthy and fit.
Kumasi, are you ready? The Power of You, in partnership with Maven Records and Independence Hall, present the Garden City's biggest festival, a festival of live music, arts, and entrepreneurship. Welcome to the Power of You Festival Maven Experience. Join the Entrepreneurship Summit on Friday, the 19th of August, and the musical concert on Saturday, 20th August 2022, from 5 p.m. till we shut it down. The after party is at the Void Nightclub inside SG Mall. Come, let's wait to performances from the super talented Crayon, the Love Don't Cost a Dime hitmaker Magic, and Nigeria's hottest rapper Ladipo. Strap up and get your tickets at 50 Ghana Cities for the Youth Pass, 200 Ghana City for the Trailblazer, and 400 Ghana Cities for the Golden Circle. Purchase tickets at powerofyoufest.com. This event is powered by Elevate Network with official media partners MX24 TV.
I see the glory of God.
Prepare for a Holy Ghost encounter as Ohima Mercy Ministries and Outreach, in partnership with Soul Brother Records and ICGC Calvary Temple, present Tabiata Healer Experience 2022. Theme Clouds of Glory, the very best of Ohima Mercy and Friends at the 9th edition of the Healer Experience. Featuring Benjamin Dube from South Africa, Lebo Segobela, South Africa, MOG, Pastor Isaiah, Kofi Pepra, F.A. Grace, Joe Metal, Akase Brimpong, CC Chu, Rama Enchi, SK Frimpong, Mr. M Revelation Nigeria, with ministration from Ohima Mercy. Sunday, 14th August at ICGC, Calvary Temple, Sakumoro Spentex from 4 p.m. sharp. Proudly brought to you by Tabia, sponsors, media partners. Admission is free. Tabiata Healer Experience. Come experience praise and glory of our Lord. Clouds of glory.
Propaganda, ni jealousy, kabananda, never boy you tamia, ni fancy gadam kulula bo, sakam for kaman sambalong, sesla manga, bavanshi, tatam kadikale sarga, brander manga, muswaram manga, bala shell so umbayulinyam manga, lolo kamanyama, iliki anyama, fataba skill kaitang anyama, amelian sunagadam kaba yusera, bintinya free man kaba yusera, kira man kaba yusera, they want to long muna kaba galtura, bonumala ungrateful, Yusuf Bokabu Yusuma, Suzumo, Katibon man, there's some Yatargan and Tulum Kale, Suzu, Bonamala ungrateful, Bokambano, Mukamba song, Tababon man, there's some Paka Laka, you see Suzumo, Bonamala ungrateful. Little say I use some Shaka Yoma, Yambal Mala ungrateful, Lama Kangal to my mother, Fansama, Kayambonama ungrateful.
Zulu on the beat.
Nishiata unity, Bambarla, Koba the Chasser, the Mala Pavani Bigala, Foodie, Yuluba, the Malmin Tamuko, forever. The Tamiami and Sakana, Kayanche, Bandagarla, something Yamakansura, Nayasum. Lala Tamadapu, you set the Tamba, putting a Puma, there is no dinner when you can mad to me, getting them Bonzali. Ni sala saga kakai banga manga yile la sumo asaba nar la zawone Bono mala angel for you sir boka bu yusuma suzumo kati bono ma angel sanga ya darga ni tolum kale yeso tabo bono ma angel for boka mbanong mukamba song ilangon tabo bono ma angel sanga mang patala ka bu yusi suzumo bono mala angel for nita sa ay yusuma sheka yoma yambal mala angel for yoma kaunzel tumango tum fansama kanyam bono ma angel for mbuto kaliban shabman song nung kwalabo.
Yeah, that's about. We don't understand what Fancy Gadam is saying. Guys, welcome back to the show. This is your favorite morning show in the country, the AM Club, right here on MX24 TV. Home of fun, fearless, and factual stuff. On AM Club, we keep you inspired, entertained, and informed. Always doing this with my very good friend, Emefa Akusia Adati. And right now on the blog, we have a very interesting gentleman that I go way back with from Legon days, School of Performing Arts. Funny guy, actor, comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one general in this country, and his name is Ntatia. General Ntatia.
Thank you, my brother.
Senior one. Charlie, welcome.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Hello.
Our queen.
What's the meaning of Bese?
Our queen. Bese is like a chief. No, when we say Bese, you are a chief. Like I don't know how to, but it's like a
like the way you say general or chairman.
Thank you very much.
Chairman, like chief.
Okay.
So we say if maybe we've lied to you, but don't accept it like that. Maybe it's not the truth, but you just accept it.
General, bro, Charlie, how's it going?
Charlie, we are
well. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Like ages.
Yeshika.
Oh, come on,
Yeshika, no. Charlie, champion. What have you been up to?
Charlie, we are coming up with something new. You know, we've been trying our best to put smiles on the faces of people. You know, looking at the economy and how things, you know, are tough in this country now. What we can do is also make sure that we soften things for people to laugh about and then create humor for them to, you know, calm down. Other than that, you see smoke coming from the ears of people, which would be very dangerous for us. So we are coming up with something new.
We'll talk about that. I think what you're coming up with.
I'm heated.
Nina, I can see, but I want to talk about you a little bit and talk about your life. Yeah. Like I said, I've known you from Legon days. Funny guy. You've always been funny. Great actor. You've been doing this for a while now. Comedy. How's it going?
Well, I must say that it's been good. Like looking at when we started, you know, it wasn't easy at the beginning. You go for shows and then they give you drink and sometimes coke and other things for payment. But now, I think that is paying off.
Now money is coming in.
Yeah, it's coming. If we can get the opportunity to go and perform outside and also tour Europe, I think that God is doing wonderful. So
it's good you brought that up. Yeah. Tell us about the Europe tour.
So myself and Dr. So and one other actor is a poet called Mr. Black. We happened to find ourselves in Germany, and then we did a performance, and one German director fell in love with us, and then it was like, let's do something. Why don't we put up a play where we have 3 Ghanaian actors and 3 German actors, and then we picked the play, and a novel by Franz Kafka. I don't know if you've heard about him. He's a very good writer. So we picked it, and then we adapted the whole thing. So we had 3 Ghanaian actors and 3 German actors, and then we performed the whole thing in a black box. So just a small room, we decorated the whole place very black, and then we have benches around, and then you have your audience seated. Now, our costumes are hung in the auditorium, so you change right in front of the audience. And then I was playing about 7 different characters.
Wow.
Dr. So also 7 different characters, and Mr. Black is playing Joseph Kafka, 1 character. So it was very intensive. The audience, you feel the vibe, you connect with the audience, and then they see what you go through when you are sweating, when you are in pain and all that. It's so beautiful. So I have to switch from a police officer to an uncle to a priest. It's crazy.
Wait, and so you're changing in front of the audience, like how?
So
do they cover you up?
No.
Like pata like that?
Yeah,
it's Germany.
When you go out there, performance is a bit crazy compared here, because
was that a comfortable thing for you to do?
It should be comfortable for you because the actor should be able to stretch himself to the point that you feel that, Charlie, you can't do it anymore, and that makes you a good actor. So I believe that I think after that performance, I learned a lot. It's also helped me to become a
stay with me. Did you remove from top to down?
No, I don't want to. But I don't know, yes, sir.
Okay. Would you say your experience on stage also helped you, or helps your craft as a comedian, having been on stage and learned, the rudiments of drama and all that?
Definitely, bro. Like, from performing arts, you learn a lot. You have the experience, and I think that every actor that has performing art background, not performing art per se, but then if you have a stage background, it really helps you because with the stage you don't have cuts, and then you have to go and correct yourself and everything. But when they say go on stage, you are going like you don't have to pause to the end. So it helps you because now you know that the discipline, listening to your fellow actor before you even say, you don't have to pretend like you are listening. You always have to end. He was my senior, and we learned a lot from him as well. So, Charlie, I think that the experience has really helped us, to humble you, to show you, teach you how to respect, and also understand the system. So that's what, we've kept it, and then we've come this far.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you were not a comedian or an actor, what would you be?
I would be a psychologist or a medical doctor.
Yeah.
When I was a small boy, I think about 12 years, I wanted to become a medical doctor until we got to SHS and GHS, and then the science was too difficult. Then I changed my mind. I said, okay, fine, let me become something like a pilot. So SHS, they took me to a geography class, very sure something I couldn't understand. Then I changed my mind. Gradually, I came back. This is where I am.
Just say you settled for this one.
Yes, sir.
This one is not difficult.
This one, gradually, I said, okay, this is my field.
Now you're making us feel like...
I regret asking the question. But I mean, this comes to you easily, naturally, and most especially, you've even gone to school to make it even better. Have you encountered challenges?
I've said this before, and I think I've not encountered any challenge before, because I believe that every challenge is a learning process. It makes you better. So I believe that when I hit against a wall, I should become better. So I don't see it as a challenge. I see it as a learning process. So I'm still learning, and then I'll pick up and still go.
Comedy is quite a difficult thing, especially in our part of the world. Have you ever had anybody say something derogatory or ill about your craft?
Me, when you say it, I will turn into comedy. So I don't really pay attention to the negatives. Like, for instance, I felt that free SHS was a good policy, so I supported the MPP government, and then the insults came from left, right, forward, center, everywhere. And I picked the whole insult from Facebook, and I turned it into a comedy, a stand-up comedy. And somebody said, what, wayward fool. I was like, if you insult me like I'm a fool, it's okay, but wayward, a fool that is wayward, just think about it like you don't know your left from your right, everything is just scattered around.
You're a fool, sounds like you're wayward.
So I feel that you pick the negatives and then you turn it to positive, and then you keep pushing.
Have you had your lowest moment in this?
I think that was the very beginning when I started emceeing programs, and we went to MC someone's wedding the very first time. We didn't have the experience. The couple were not in, and then we did all our jokes. When they came, we didn't have anything to say. So in the middle of the program, the brother came and he said, we can excuse ourselves.
But I paid you. I'm the one that's paying you for the service. You have come to tell the joke.
You see that thing. But then we didn't have the experience. We didn't know how to go about the whole thing.
So the theory out in front of the people.
In front of the people, they excused us, and then we went home. And then, and one thing about me, when I go down today, I'll definitely come back and I'll prove you wrong. So years later, the brother who sacked us saw me in another program, MC in another wedding, and was like, Charlie, you've grown. Like you've really come far.
impressive.
Yeah. You don't have to give up, Charlie.
Absolutely.
You know where we come from. You can't say no. You have to come and prove a point tomorrow.
That's true. That's true. Let me take you back a bit before if I ask this question about the politics thing.
Yeah.
Do you think, now years ago, I met Efoko Jomagbe of blessed memory, and he said something to me, I asked him, and he said something, an advice he gave me before he passed. He said that entertainers or showbiz people should not engage in politics. I said I'll prove him wrong. Years ago, I said that I was going to prove him wrong. Years down the line, I think about it. I think about what he said, and it baffles me. I felt like he had a very, very good point when he said that you, as an entertainer, as a showbiz person, and now you can say a bit of politics is in what you do. Do you think that you made a right decision by supporting the NPP's free SHS policy? Or if you look back, you'd say, I wish I stayed away from it.
Oh, I think I did a good thing, because looking at the policy that I supported, I felt like free SHS, not any other policy, but just free SHS, where I have one guy that I'm supporting, very brilliant guy. I was looking at the way forward for him to, continue school. My kid brother, our last born, also by then he met the free SHS. So he went to Laboni, and the guy that I'm talking about also went to Accra Academy. Currently, he's at a medical school in Legon, and my brother is also at the University of Cape Coast. I felt that the youth should go to school. Just imagine how our country will become in the next 10, 20 years when a lot of the youth have been to school and then educated, and then they know their left from their right. They know that now, Charlie, because I've been to school, we understand more things and people are able to learn something. But unfortunately, in our country, when you are doing something, you don't have to. I got it well because I believe that His Excellency, the ex-president, John Dramani Mahama, was a fantastic president. He didn't get everything on point. I will not go and stand anywhere and insult him while I'm supporting Nanado, because I feel that if he's in my family, I will get the privilege to have him. I'll be very happy as a father or an uncle or something. So I will not go and stand anywhere and insult him. And definitely no president comes to power with the mindset that I'm not coming to do anything. They all come to do something, and then sometimes we feel that this thing is not good. But we listen to the policy, and then we go with it. I feel that right now, the policy that I supported is not the best. It's not been what I was looking for. Okay. You understand? I feel that it's not been best, like the way I was looking at things. But hey, Charlie, he has 4 years. I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt to think that maybe by the end of the 4 years, he'll be able to get things in place. If not, I'm a human being. I will listen to another policy and change. Unfortunately, Ghana, go and change, they will insult you. But hey, that is it. I feel that it's okay to support a political party. We're all Ghanaians.
As an entertainer, as a showbiz person, it doesn't matter. We should be able to.
Yeah, you should. Just that you have to be careful. Don't go and insult anyone. Don't go and think that the other person is a trash or something. No.
But you have people, you have entertainers. Sorry, I'm dwelling on this. Yeah. You have entertainers, because I'm battling with this. You have entertainers, you have showbiz people who don't necessarily insult people. They just decide, like you, I believe in the policies of these people. I want to support them. And then your career just sinks in this part of our world.
Like I said, that's why I said, like, it depends on how you go about it. You don't go fighting people like thinking that, hey, you are here, so you throw everybody down. You don't know who you need tomorrow. You understand? So I have NDC friends who I moved along with, and we all still we talk, we plan on issues. I feel that, and I've been bold. I always come out when things are not going, looking at the full increment and all that. I've been bashing the government, and it's rather unfortunate when you go with the mindset of going to take money. That is where they get you, because when you go and they give you money, they sort you and they carry money, then you are crippled because you can't talk. Yeah. But as a good person, you should be able to support and then criticize. So when something is not going well, you should be able to tell them that, hey, I supported you. And for instance, when this Fix the Country thing came, and they thought that people should go and fix themselves, I came out, I told them that no, when a child is crying home, you don't beat the child. Like, give the child biscuit and toffee. When the child is happy and smiling, then you tell the child, now don't go and play here. Next time, be careful, don't go here. So let the people, pour out their frustrations and everything. Let them come out and talk. Then after, you tell them that I'm the father of the country. I'm solving it. Let's all come together and build our nation. It's as simple as ABC. You don't fight the people.
Money heist. Yeah. You have another question?
We won't go there today.
Money heist. Yeah. Very, very funny title. When I saw it, and I saw the promo video.
Money heist.
I don't know if you have the
Money
promo.
heist. You go, yes, can.
You know what? Let's check out the promo quickly and come back and engage you. Okay.
No matter what, do not take off your mask.
Boss, we can't do this. We can't. Why? You want to kill us? Look at the way you frustrated the thing I sent in my eye. What kind of life is that? You want to kill us? What kind of... I said do not talk. You see what you've done?
Money Heist will be showing at the National Theatre on the 6th of August. Time 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Rate 80.
First of all, where did you guys get the mask from? Where did you get the mask and the outfit from?
So the outfit is coming from, it's one guy at, I've forgotten his name, for this year.
I see.
So he got us a whole costume. He's
It's really cool.
So he got us.
Really cool. Now, we all know what Money Heist is. I'm cannot stop laughing. It's just, people are so crazy. Nyasapo, my goodness. Okay, back to my question. Let me calm down. So, what is Money Heist about, honestly?
So, in search of financial freedom, one man called his 3 friends to support him to go and, and rob the central bank of the country. He feels that everybody must get a share of the national cake. And if we are not getting our share, then we have to go for our share ourselves. So we go there, and then a lot of crazy things happen. You see guys going to rob, and then you see certain things, and the ideas change. Now, despite the comic aspect and everything that we do, we also put some questions to the government. And the thing that we feel that we should suggest to him that will help our country. So, that's the whole thing about, it's just about having fun, creating humor, and also asking relevant questions. For instance, we meet the minister, the senior minister at the central bank, and then we capture him and we sit him down to throw some 3 questions to him to see if they really think about the people who really kill to go and vote for them.
Yes. So it's sort of, there's a word for it, and I guess it's satire.
Yeah.
But it's also, you're questioning certain things for the country.
For the country. And
but using comedy.
Comedy, yeah.
Interesting. Did you, I'm jumping the gun, did you get to rob, did you really get the money?
That is the more reason why people should come
to and watch.
In fact, it's something that, and the crazy part of the whole thing is, they have the plan to the banking hall, they enter and everything. Now they don't have a plan to get out. So just come and see how we'll find our way out.
But even the picture, Godwin, look at Clemento. It's you only see Romanos so.
Clemento is not serious.
God. I'm definitely going to watch this one.
You should come.
So it's you, of course, it's you, Clemento Charest, DeLong, and then
Romanus, and then a couple of other. One thing about Nyasapo, we also try to give opportunity to the young actors as well. We believe that we cannot do it all the time. A time will come that will fade out, and new ones must come. There are 1,001, better actors than me, comedians than me. So I believe that when they get opportunity as well, they also grow, become better actors and all that. So.
Okay. Are you feeling kind this morning? Would you like to get some tickets? I cannot afford the tickets. It's affordable, but mean to me penny free. Okay, meet me at top and penny free.
It take Ghana cities for one person. There's no double this thing.
Just one person too. So that we don't want you to think about double. When we say double, you'll be thinking about your girlfriend. Just one. Your girlfriend should buy her own.
Oh, but Ghana, we are very girlfriendish.
Yes.
Girlfriendish. So double on the best saying 160.
Just 160 pay.
160 for the 2. Yeah. How many hours is that?
It's an hour and 20 minutes exactly.
Beautiful.
So,
Okay.
Beautiful.
So the 2 plays, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. How can you get so you can only purchase the tickets?
You can purchase online by dialing. I wish the thing is here.
Oh, please give it to us again.
Oh, yeah. Give it star 447.
Hash, where is it? Star 447 hash.
Star
11 star 447 star.
General.
1120
General. Star 447 star 1120 hash.
Yeah.
Right? But you can also get a ticket at the gate.
At the gate, yes.
Okay.
Yes. When you get to the entrance, you get at the National Theatre.
I'm forced to ask you a question, but if I would say I'm still holding on to it because we have the phone lines open.
Yeah.
We want to give away some 2-3 tickets. So please call in 020-473-8481 or 055-033-1511. Quickly, we'll give you a ticket and then you can go see Money Heist. But there was this story we read this morning about the Nigerian police saying that they're making it illegal for filmmakers to portray the police in police uniform. Mainly because the police... Without permission. Mainly because the police is portrayed in a bad light in most Nigerian movies. Do you agree that filmmakers should seek permission from the Nigerian police before they can portray the police in uniform?
Yeah, I think I agree with them. Definitely, anything that you want to do, you have to get permission before you even put the uniform on. I think in Ghana here...
Not real police uniform, or costumes.
Even police costumes?
Yeah, police costumes.
You still have to, because you're going to portray them, and it's like you somebody putting on a role that you feel that Charlie, it will not, you know, project you well.
So they're going to decide on whether or not you should use the uniform if they think that you're portraying them in a bad light.
You should give them a reason. Maybe the reason that you're, for instance, this play that we're going to do, we're going to involve the Ghana police. They're going to give us uniform and other things.
Real police uniform, right?
Yeah, real police uniform.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about costumes.
I understand.
Sewn.
But the costumes still represent. So you still have to get permission for it.
We'll have this argument. I disagree. Kumasi, let's go to Kumasi and talk to Paula. Terry.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Terry, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you doing?
We're doing well, thank you. Briefly, quick question so you can get a ticket to go watch Money Heist. Who and who and who and who? Name 2 or 3 people. In fact, name 2 people. General himself. And then who? Hey, be steady. Terry, come on.
But I'm actually concerned. You're calling us from Kumasi. How will you watch it? Is that National Theatre?
Yeah.
And now Jama girl.
You were coming to Accra? Nice. Nice. So General is in. Who else? Mention one more person, then we give you a ticket. Quickly, please. Beautiful. Honestly. Thank you. Stay on the line. Our producer will talk to you quickly, and then you get your ticket, okay? Tell you how you get the ticket. Another caller? Hello? All right. Okay. So, you know what? We'll save this conversation for another time. I want to have this argument, honestly.
How do you feel about this picture on the screen? Oshauma.
You know, baby, if you ban
come on. So
tell me, how much do you put into these plays? Like, how many times do you rehearse? How difficult or easy is it? I know you've gone to school for it, you have experience and all of that, but how easy or difficult is it?
It's very difficult because you have to, you know, rehearse as much as possible to get your lines and everything. People sometimes think that it's comedy, so you just wake up and do it. But no, you have to get everything on point, where you are going to drop the joke, where you are going to, you know, put suspense and all that. So you have to rehearse over. He knows what I'm talking about. Like, you know, you have to go over it over and over again to get
So who is that died in the elevator?
First, I want to say.
The funny thing is that I've had a chance to rehearse with you guys once. Usually it's not scripted. Usually it's semi-scripted and it's difficult. I don't know how you guys do it. Because they're naturally funny people. I'm telling you, we're rehearsing and they're just coming up with things. Every rehearsal has a new thing to it, and it's like there's an addition, and it's really
that's more. It's very difficult to pick a support play and do it because normally what Clemento Shire says is his own lines, and then after the play we script the whole thing. So as I'm talking with you now, I'm scripting. We start the rehearsal without the script, and then that's how we do ours. So we allow everybody to play their comfortable self, and then we script the whole thing. So when you come, you feel connected with the actors because they are not speaking someone's lines, but their own lines. So it's
this year, how many plays have you done?
This year, I think I've done like 4 so far. Other productions and
after how many heists, do you have anything?
We have a lot in line. There's one happening in Tema, My Wife or My Life, which is happening also on 21st of August at Tema. So we are looking at sending theater to, you know, other parts of the country. Unfortunately, we don't have theaters in the other regions.
Your government said that they will be building big theaters.
Let's see this conversation another day.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much. General, thank you. Our time is up, but we'll quickly talk to Adoma and then move. Adoma, good morning. Hello, Adoma.
Yes.
Yes, good morning, Adoma. Please answer this question quickly and get a ticket to go watch Money Heist. Where is it happening? Where?
National Theatre.
Beautiful. Stay on the line and talk to our producer. Thank you very much.
Well,
guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show. It's been an amazing round. General, social media.
Oh, just follow me on IG, General_Ntatia. My General is a J. On Facebook, General Ntatia. They just change the J to J. And then General Ntatia.
Beautiful. Beautiful. My name is Godwin Number at Godwin Number on social media.
Guys, my name is MFA Kosiadeti. Thank you so much for joining us here on the AM Club. This is MX24 television. I hope that you had a good one. There's more on the show, so do stay. There's more actually on the channel, not on the show.